Go.
Go, 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 go.
Go, 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 go.
Hello,
Go.
my little fantasy nerds. Please welcome and join us for another episode of Dungeon Crawlers.
Dungeon Crawlers! Oh yeah!
Sorry for the
into it.
super long hiatus. I got sick 2 weeks ago, and then with Christmas, everything like that, we just took a little break.
I fucking miss you guys.
Yeah. I had.
Too long,
I'm not
man.
joking. If I'd have played 2 weeks ago, I don't think you guys would have basically been running the campaign, and I would have had my head down on the table.
Oh, poor Ginge.
Yeah, we was out of it. Good to have you guys all back. Thank you for coming back. Who is here? Except for Kai.
Yes,
I
Kai's
really
here.
hate you, and I really
What's
wish you were
up, Kai,
gone.
you little bitch?
No, we love Kai.
Yeah, there
Also,
it is.
what's up, CD? Good to see you, buddy.
So, welcome back. Bear with me. I feel like it has been for fucking ever. So I believe the way we left off, the group raided, destroyed, killed members of the the Obsidian Eye. Wow, that was really hard. You guys raided the Dreadmire Keep. You just killed Minas and Remus of the Obsidian Eye, getting some information, gleaning kind of what they were up to. You discovered a dungeon below the Dreadmire Keep that was housing many individuals. Some being kept as slaves, and kind of merchandise, but you did discover another hallway. That hallway was filled with just elves or elven kin. There seemed to be some kind of experimentations. There seemed to be some kind of stretching, tortures, just all sorts of random and weird things being done to these individuals. You managed to get information from some kind of doctor or somebody who said that they were there on a
Assignment.
assignment of some sort. Yeah, they were hired, but they didn't really want to be there. You helped these individuals escape, and on the way out, set fire to that bitch and watch the Dreadmire Keep begin to burn.
Fucking down.
Burn.
You escaped
Burn it down.
into the swamp, gathering your wits. You were able to rest and sit at the outer edges, while one of your party members found a playful cylindrical object that you're not really sure what it does. You made your way back to Jupiter, where you helped the individuals get settled, fed, clothed, with the help of Elena and I'm very sorry, Henri, Lachlan.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
You got it.
I always keep wanting to say Locklear for some reason. I don't know why. Lachlan
like
sounds so much better, but Locklear for some reason keeps popping into my fucking head. Anyways,
I
there's
don't
too
know.
many there's too many names and voices going on up here. That's probably why I have no hair. Anyways, with the help of Lachlan, Elena, and the maids, they were given food, rest, shelter. With the physical appearance of Lachlan and Elena haggard, almost like they hadn't slept in months. They seemed to have lost weight. They looked like they just physically had exerted themselves beyond their means. Elena presented you. Elena presented you guys with a journal. It seems that Lachlan and Elena had literally stayed up for days on end and deciphered this entire book or a vast majority of it. And they gave you the contents of said book, quickly being snagged by a member of the party. You guys made your way from the tower into town and back to home, where you received a very good rest. Did you guys rest before or after you guys went out and relaxed? I don't think you guys.
Morning, Kaz.
I think you guys went out right away.
We never went back.
Okay, so yeah, morning, Kaz. You guys took off and found your way to the.
Ooh, big test here.
I got it written down. Just give me a second. My notes are a little strewn. Thin build.
The dangling dwarf.
The dangling dwarf.
The dangling.
That's so good.
Where the owner Corfit had shown you guys in. You did a little gambling. Where Morn seemed to draw a lot of attention, being the largest object in the room. Drew the attention of several female. One in particular, a gnome female that seemed to take a very large interest in Morn and pursued him. Much to her dismay, Morn shot her down. Shortly thereafter, a large Goliath female offered her services. He also shot her down as well. You guys proceeded to leave the whorehouse / casino, where another member of the party made her way out into the night to do a little scavenging. She made her way into the local building, the local herbalism building or potion building of sorts, and managed to nick herself a couple bottles of something, making her way stealthily back out and into the night towards home. I think we ended at that note. So you were coming back to the house, and I believe Morn and Kaz were making their way back as well. It's about, I would say at this point, it's probably 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Martin's gonna try and sneak into his room.
Roll a stealth check. First roll of the night.
That is a solid 11.
Oh, have you had anything to drink tonight, and how much? I think you had one sparkling drink and a beer, right? So not much.
I hadn't drinking that much, no.
Yeah, okay. So a solid 11. Got it. I think the passive perceptions and everybody in the house are above that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No one.
Yeah, Kaz, are you sneaking in or are you just coming into the house?
I'm gonna sneak in. I forgot how to play everything, so I just have to open D&D Beyond real quick. And
Rock on.
stealth starts with an S.
Come on,
Your
Kaz.
It has to be lower when you're sleeping.
13's not bad.
13. I do believe the passive perception is still very high in this house. So as you all are sleeping, you hear. Okay, shh. Oh, okay. Mark, stop that. And then you
Like
hear.
when you're a teenager and you think you're being real quiet, sneaking back into the house, and your parents are like clearly hear you coming in.
Yeah, and then you hear. You hear Morn come up the stairs.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
About 20 minutes later, Alyssa, you make your way back to the front of the house.
I'll sneak in as well.
Okay, door is unlocked. You open the door.
26.
Oh yeah, Alyssa, like the night.
That's higher than me and Kaz combined.
Alyssa just walks through the house, not even trying to be stealthy. You just are. Naturally, your footfalls, being who you are in your past, you're just used to walking light-footed. You make your way down to your room. You settle down with your new spoils, carefully tucked to your side. And you lay in your beds. Anybody doing anything else?
I probably
No?
would have just been reading in that journal, but you already gave me like the tidbits, so I probably would just be kind of like looking.
Yeah,
through it,
that's
and then I
going
would
to
just
take
go
you a while to get
Yeah.
that information.
So I'd imagine
Like,
I would be just reading it while I was laying in bed, and then just eventually like fall asleep, holding it.
Okay.
I'd just
You
be
guys-
at home with Lachlan, just helping him relax and whatever.
Oh, he's out
Oh.
cold.
Helping him relax.
Like that dead sleep where you're constantly like like you're putting the hand over the mouth to feel the breathing because you're just like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Got him like,
he's stone cold out.
yep.
Okay, you guys all receive a full night's rest, so you guys can click that finally, and the morning comes. The smell of breakfast wafts through the house. For those of you in this house, Henri, you wake up next to Lachlan. He's dead, stone dead, just not moving, no breathing. He's dead. No, you
I don't
wake up
believe
next
you.
to Lachlan, and he is very much like you're used to him. Usually, he's used to being married to you and being up around the same time, or trying to beat you up so that he
Mhm.
has coffee and food ready. Nothing. He is like a soft snore. Like he's
Mhm.
out cold.
Well, he was up for several days,
Possibly, yeah.
so.
And you've not this bad, but you've seen him do something like this before, where he just gets so engrossed that
Yeah.
he doesn't think about eating. He doesn't think about doing like cleanliness. Like it's just enough to basically keep himself up to continue.
Right. But but it wasn't this bad.
Never this bad. Something was either horrible that it kept him up and physically drained him. New song, please. Or
Traveling was a bad playlist.
yeah, or the information was so engrossing he just couldn't pull himself away. And you've known Lachlan, I mean obviously, you've known Lachlan long enough to know if it's something so intellectually engrossing, he has a hard time turning it off.
Yeah.
And will literally just continue if there's not somebody to tell him, hey, it's time for bed.
Right. His books are like his video games.
So, you all wake up. Breakfast is set in the house. Which, did you guys ever name your house? I don't think you did.
House.
Well, I mean, you
Seems-
guys would have had to have named the house as part of the deed.
Oh shit.
It would seem that the house is in fact name-worthy. I mean, there's some legendary heroes living inside.
You could
Not
call
yet.
it Das Hobble.
Das Hovel.
Das Hobble, okay. You guys think on that. The house, you wake to the house. Wilfred has begun to clean. You can hear him moving things around, doing dusting. Yvonne, lovely smells coming from the kitchen. Eggs, breakfast, fruits. You smell fresh juices coming out. Just, being gone for as long as you'd been gone and being put through what you've been put through, it's nice to wake up in your soft beds with your down blankets, warmth, and just the smell of food and coffee and juice and alcohol if you so wish. It's relaxing. It's nice.
Martin's actually staying in his room for once.
The morning greets you, Morn, and you just kind of roll over in your cot and you stare at your ceiling, which fun fact at this point, Morn, your room has gone from mild overgrowth to extreme. Like it almost it almost seems like your room is like a natural deep forest.
I like that.
Like parts of the ceiling had actually grown small branches and almost willow trees.
Badass. I will wake up and make my way downstairs, and I'll hold on to the journal when I head down.
More flowers have grown above your door, Freya, as well. Around the room, seems like more the foresty, like rose overgrowth.
Beautiful.
So where are me and Alyssa sleeping in this house?
You were shown to the guest quarters.
Okay.
Alyssa's was.
Did Ping not have a room at the time that they stayed here?
Ping was never introduced here. Ping showed up and left.
Yeah, because
Did
we
he
had
leave
like
from
the one
Jupiter?
we had our first night in Jupiter, the tavern. That was his only night in Jupiter.
We never
Oh,
got the house until we came back from Mugdol. And
That's
the very
right.
first night we got back from Mugdol's when
duh.
and then we got the house after that.
Yeah, I think so. So you're right. Never mind. I'm misremembering things.
It's all
It's all
good.
good.
It's been a
been a-
while.
it's
We were on a hiatus.
It's also
It's
been a
been
very
a fucking
long campaign.
That was a
Yeah,
year.
that too. That was. Oh my god.
It hadn't been
That's so long
that
ago.
long.
Oh, I bet it was a year ago.
It's been a long
Yeah, it's probably been a while. It's been a hot minute.
Going on a year and a half.
A year and a half, yeah.
Frost is on like his 5th character. I mean,
Ping is back though.
for now. For now.
Yeah,
give me that
Ginge
word.
with his empty threats of killing off players, whatever.
I mean, I've killed 2 now.
No, you haven't killed anybody.
Just one. He threatens TPK and he's killed a
No,
total of
yeah. Kalen killed himself. You did not kill him. That was a path he decided.
Okay.
If you
Just
kill
a
Ping,
slight-
I'm just coming back with another monk.
Well, I killed Ping. I killed Ping, but he came back because he got lucky with the
Yeah,
cards.
so you could no, because you gave him those dice.
I never gave him anything. He picked up the dice. He chose to roll the dice.
And he didn't know what that roll was, and you could have made it anything, and you still made it an extra
True.
life. So you did not want Ping to die. That's why.
You love-
That's
I did
why
not.
you so haphazardly
You love
killed him,
Ping.
because you knew he wasn't actually gonna die.
You love
You put on this tough front, Ginge, but you're just a teddy bear.
Let's just
Don't say that just yet.
What is
let's
that?
just compare the soft DM and move on.
To self,
Kill Freya.
make
He
another.
already
Again.
has. He's already sent me to hell once.
Yeah.
So, make
have a
another
You should
another
have a old
character.
tape recorder. You can just talk
No.
into your tape recorder.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna make another character like the one that was in the Underdark.
Nah, that's all right.
Yeah, you remember that one? Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well,
No.
What did I base that off of again?
It's a
The Shia LaBeouf.
Oh yeah, the skin lurker dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Hey, he fucked shit up.
He did fuck shit up. He almost killed
Wait,
me 3
he
times.
isn't dead. Shy surprise. There's a gun to your head and death in his eyes. But you can do jujitsu. Body slam superstar Shia LaBeouf.
Anyways, so you guys come to Freya. You're pretty perky. You've gotten up and you've made your way out of your room. Morn, you kind of roll over, and it's I don't know. It's almost like your room. It is like the deep of winter. Like it's cold outside, but for some reason your room is like like
Warm and humid.
inner woods, like warm and humidity, kind of weird. Feels
Okay.
nice to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of lie there. I'm gonna wait until at least late enough because I'm supposed to be meeting with what's his name this morning. We had requested the day before that we meet with Beowulf in the morning, and
Oh,
so
yes.
I'm just kind of waiting around until I think it's late enough that he's for sure up. So that's
I would say it's probably about 6:30 at this point.
yeah. So I'm gonna be waiting for probably another 2-3 hours, just kind of chilling, unless something else happens.
Alyssa, I can't remember where we had originally they had put you in the jail cell, but then they had moved you to the study, I believe, correct?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. So you were sleeping in the study. So you're just right across the hall from breakfast. And you begin to come to in your makeshift room. Ping, you had been shown to one of the guest quarters that is downstairs across from Kaz. It's a very small room. It's almost like an inn. But you each come to Kaz. You wake up in your dungeon-esque goth room with glowy artifacts all over the room and your tables.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do what Morn is doing also.
I
Kind of
will have
roll over,
actually.
stay out the ceiling.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I mentioned it, but I will actually. I'm gonna have the journal with me, but I will be heading downstairs to the breakfast table.
Okay. Somebody's dying. Okay, so you make your way down to the dinner table. The moment you come around the corner and they see you, Avon has made you a table of your usual, whatever it is you prefer, fruits, vegetables, eggs, bacon, and has laid it in front of you. Gives you a smile, touches your shoulder, and continues back to the kitchen.
Thank you. I'll sit down and put a plate together.
She's made you a plate of like
oh,
everything.
I thought
that
it was
you,
like
that-
just all put out.
Oh, nope.
She made me a plate. Oh, perfect. Well, I'll sit down then and just thank
Okay.
her and start eating. By myself.
So far? Yes. Okay, so you wake up, Henri. You stoke the fireplace to warm the house up, because usually he's beat you at this point and has already done this, but this is the first time in a long time that you
Yeah.
beat him up. It's weird because for you, you're an early riser anyways, and you sleep very little. But he
Yeah.
usually always seems to beat you in the morning, and has already got the fireplace and the coffee ready to rock. But today
Not
it's
this
kind
time.
of a weird day. You haven't seen it in a while. It's a little off that you beat him. But you stoke the fireplace, you begin cooking the eggs, you put the coffee on. What is the rest of the group doing? Kaz, you've rolled over, laying on your back, staring at the ceiling. Morn, you rolled over, you pulled some of the vines and the moss kind of like blanket over across your chest, and you've kind of just like laying on your back with your legs out over your cot, and you're just staring at the ceiling.
I'll head to the table.
Alyssa rolls out of bed, opens the foyer sliding doors, walks across and sits at the table somewhere.
Ping is gonna. I'm gonna. I'm gonna leave my room and head to the table. And I'll.
Okay.
And I'll go and sit next to Freya.
So you make your way to the table. You're not really sure, but you manage to find your way eventually up the stairs and into the main dining room by the smell of food. And you notice Alyssa and Freya sitting there eating.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just head over and sit down.
Avon whips up a plate of food and just like random assortment of everything. Oh, I hope I don't recognize you very much, but here's just what we have. And she kind of just like gives you like a random assortment of sausages, bacon, eggs, fruits, veggies.
Anything's fine. Thank you.
Okay, not a problem.
You got any coffee?
Of course. She puts down a giant like kettle and a cup in front of you.
Oh. Awesome, thank you.
Welcome. Walks off the kitchen and continues to cook. About an hour goes by. He does not move, Henri. Lachlan continues to stay in bed. You check on him another once or twice, and he's just snoring, sawing logs.
I'll like, I don't know, make him like a little thing and kind of tie it up in a basket or something and leave it in his room, in our room, I guess I should say. Put a little note on there saying, "I've gone out. Be back later. Stay in bed, please. You need to rest."
Stoke the fire a couple more times. Put another log in there just to make sure the house warms.
Yeah, or at least don't leave the house.
You lock the door behind you and you begin to make your way out into Jupiter.
And I'll head to the Das Hovel or whatever we're calling it.
The house.
Oh, it's
The
stuck.
house.
I think hovel's actually kind of a negative thing. It's usually like a rundown little shanty.
Yeah,
but
it's not great.
it's down. It has a good ring to it though. Das Hovel.
Das Hovel.
Hovel.
Das Hovel.
So, you start to make your way towards the house, and the rest of the group is eating. Kaz and Morny, you staying in bed?
Yeah, I guess I'll eventually get up and head up there and just take the kettle from Ping as if it were for me.
Just sit down next to Ping and you reach over and just slide it your way and just begin to pour a giant mug.
I obviously missed something.
Yep.
So wait, morning, Kaz. Or is that morning?
Just Kaz.
Cass.
Hey, morning.
Yeah, morning. What's the what's our next steps here? Just to the table, not to Ping specifically.
I'm not there yet.
Still walking.
Right. Yeah.
I'm still kind of trying to remember exactly everything that happened and what we're doing. From missing out on the last 2 weeks, we haven't played.
I think
Has it been 3 weeks since we played?
Yeah, I think it has. Yeah.
Oh,
It's been a hot minute.
that's been a fucking minute. Yeah.
so. I think we learned that we need to go to.
Don't know if I'm gonna remember how to get in character.
McKill. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you want a little rundown again?
Yeah.
Why are we going to McKill? I can't remember
Okay.
what's in McKill.
So,
My daughter.
according, possibly,
Possibly.
from what your premonition or your enlightenment is, you had a vision of the 4 leystones. They all kind of sat in front of your face.
Oh yeah. that's
One of
right.
them seemed to be very close. One seemed to be in Steinthorn. One of them seemed to be in McKill.
And Henri had that vision, right?
Correct.
Right.
And then another one was in the hand of an individual in full plate armor that looked back at the vision when you were looking at the laystone.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. The one in McKill seemed to be being used in some kind of experiments. The one in Steinthorn seemed to be sealed away in something. You also, upon discovering the group of elven individuals with all the experiments, learned of some kind of experiments being done in McKill to specifically the elven kind. Some kind of robotic something. You're not sure. Then I believe, Henri, you did learn that your daughter had been sold earlier around McKill. That a large group of elven females and males had been sold in McKill. And your daughter seemed to be in that group.
So Morn's daughter?
No, Henri.
Oh, Henri, okay. So Morn, we were after his, in the past, when we went to his sister, okay, that's right.
Morton does not have any kids.
I got you.
That he knows of.
I mean, it's been a while for me, because I haven't played with you guys in a while, so I'm just trying to...
Oh, so Morn's sister actually skips down the stairs about 5 minutes after you guys start this discussion. And sits at the end of the table and begins to smile and kind of like bop back and forth as Yvonne lays a table, a plate. Wow, a plate full. Yeah, that was really bad. A plate full of pancakes. Like pancakes, she puts a big thing of syrup next to her and some blueberries and strawberries, and she begins to like stack them on top. And she just is stuffing her face with sweets.
Oh, I like that, the Ranger Ranch. Ranger Hanger's good.
Yes.
Wait, what?
But
That's a good one.
she begins to
The Ranger hanger.
Sorry, Ginge, we got sidetracked with the house name.
I know, it's fine. But she begins to stuff pancakes in the mouth and just like looks up and just kind of like smiles at the group and then continues to like go back to her like thing. And she like has a little notepad next to her and she's like drawing pictures and sketches.
Mm-hmm.
Are they pictures of dicks?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to draw little pictures of
That's
dicks.
super bad.
Oh, like Jester.
Yes, like Jester.
It's like,
No, not like this.
Jester. Throwing some
Anyways,
dicks in her
no,
book.
she just seems
Or
very.
do you want to draw dicks with me?
She just seems very
All the
happy
travelers here.
compared to when the group first met her. She seems very relaxed and very happy now.
Hello, Stelina.
She was-
How's everything been while we've been away?
Who was that? Sorry.
I was asking Stelina how things have been while we were away.
With a mouthful of food. Oh, very good, very good. I've finished my room, and they've enrolled me in a school here. Elena is helping me control the magic that I'm able to do now.
That's amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
I would like to see your room. You'll have to show me after breakfast.
Oh,
Do I
I
ha-
just repainted.
What pink?
I didn't want to interrupt, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Do I have those pancakes she's eating?
No, you can ask for some.
Oh, the
I'm gonna be like, I
pancakes.
want some of those pancakes that she's eating over there.
Coming right up, and you see her like begin to like whip something together, and then she pours kind of onto a big spatula, or not a spatula, a big
Skillet.
plate, yeah, skillet, and like 2 or 3 minutes later, you get like a fat stack of just like giant fucking pancakes.
As Stelena,
just gonna
right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
pick
as
one
she's-
pancake off the stack and stuff it in my mouth.
When she says she's learning to control some of her abilities, I want to mage hand her plate and just pull it like to the next seat over, like away from her.
As you do that, her own grabs the plate and pulls it back,
Oh.
and she
Very
stares
good.
at you.
Do a little.
And a little flicker of like arcane energy out of like the corner of the eye, as in like, don't fuck with my pancakes.
I mean, she is related to Morn, right? I mean, she grew up with Morn, so I
She
mean, that
grew
would make.
up with Morn, but
Yeah.
she's kind of a.
Well, either way,
step-sibling.
she grew up with Morn, so you know.
Yeah.
So
She's big about food.
she reached and grabbed my plate.
No. Kaz tried to mage hand her plate
Oh,
of pancakes, and she stopped it with her own, and began to pull it back.
I'll kind of raise my mug and like a sort of respectful kind of good work.
She kind of gives you like a, and like begins to dip back into the pancakes, and then you after like 2 minutes, you kind of like look up, and in her book, she drew a picture of you and the mage hand slapping the coffee into your lap.
Stelina, I'm not sure if you knew this, but recently, Morn's favorite way to wake up is actually he likes to have syrup poured in his mouth while he's sleeping.
No.
And he says that days that he wakes up without that are the worst days.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna give hand signals in the back, like yes.
Oh, my persuasion is so shit. Oh, come on,
Is that-
come on. Roll.
Can I not do-
Cross my
Can I
fingers.
give her advantage with that? Like yeah, like.
She doesn't know you.
Come on. Everybody cross your fingers for me. We gotta make this work.
I'm not crossing my fingers.
Fuck!
She looks at you, looks down at the syrup, looks back at you, and goes, "I don't believe you. No."
I'm gonna immediately be like, it's
Rip.
so true. It's so true. I've known Morn for a long time.
Well, he didn't know until recently, and it happened by accident. And he was like, "Oh my god, every day that's happened has been the best day." And
I don't know. I feel like Big Brother would get really upset.
he loves syrup. He loves waking up to syrup.
No, he loves beer.
He does, but it tastes better after a mouthful of syrup. It's okay. If you don't want to do it, I can do it. I just thought because it might be a nice way for you to wake him up, but I can do it. It's fine. I don't want. I'll tell him not to be disappointed with you. It's okay. I'll do it.
Okay, I'm gonna eat my pancakes. And she like kind of ignores you and just like continues eating pancakes.
Damn. It didn't work.
Rip.
That 0 persuasion is not helping me at all.
Well,
Hey.
the nine didn't help you.
Oh, you have better persuasion than I do.
Mm.
Negative charisma modifier.
Poor Lachlan.
My specialty is not in convincing people to do things.
Obviously, mine isn't either. I'm gonna look at Kaz, who's also at the table. Kaz is at the table.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at Kaz. I'm gonna hold up a little, I don't know, like container dish I have of syrup, and kind of hold it up to Kaz and be like, "Did you want to bring Morn his morning syrup?"
Nope.
Nope.
All I can imagine is like grumpy Kaz, frayed like hair just all over. Just nope.
Nope.
I'm trying to get somebody to do
bathrobe.
my bidding, and it's not working.
Kaz knows
Hours
that.
to do Frank's.
Yeah, Kaz knows that Morn went out with her last night, so if the wake up is bad, then he will be less likely to do so in the future. So she's not on board.
About 2 minutes goes by, and Woolsworth comes to the room. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. You've been summoned by the king. It looks like your summons from Master Morn have been accepted, and he is looking forward to speaking to the rest of you. He says, come at your own convenience, according to the summons.
Oh no, Stelina. This is not good if he doesn't have his syrup.
Make another persuasion check
Or
with
needs his sugar in
disadvantage.
the morning.
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because you already failed once.
Now watch, natural 20. Watch this.
Nope.
Yes.
No,
At least I got my shit rolls out of the way for the night.
you're being mean. I don't like that.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah,
It would get a good laugh, wouldn't it?
I know, but it would make his beard all sticky.
That's his
Ick.
problem.
No, that's not nice. And then she like sits down and begins to like sketch some more things, and now she makes your face like googly face, and she kind of like looks up at you every 2 or 3 seconds and sketches some more thing, and like adds like a ponytail off to one side and like a little chin beard and
Oh my god.
A black
Give me-
eye.
Give me the bottle.
I'm gonna raise my eyebrows and pass Alyssa the syrup.
She abruptly takes it and she stands up from her seat. Her chair screeches across the floor and she just starts walking upstairs.
okay. She begins to make her way towards Morn's room.
Guess Alyssa's just gonna do it herself.
Okay. Are you
And-
stealthing?
Yeah, and once I'm out of eye shot of everybody, I go invisible. Along with the bottle since I'm now carrying it.
Make a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Morn, what's your passive?
17.
Oh, it's only 16.
Oh, just beat it. Okay. So, Morn, you're
Which I
sitting
feel
there-
like is pretty high.
Oh, wait.
passive.
Mine is 7.
No, I don't have that. I don't have that.
So, Morn, you're laying on your back. You have like the moss and kind of like the root, like blanket thing that you have pulled up over your center of your torso. Your legs are kind of hanging over, and you're just staring at the ceiling. Like, do I have to get up? You don't even hear
Yeah,
the
A couple
door.
times I would have ventured over to the railing and looked out over, and probably would have at some point knelt down and prayed to Shantea, and then climbed back into bed, and then prayed to Grom, and then gone back to bed.
Okay, so it's kind of like a meditation day. So you've gotten to this point where you feel very calm, and you're laying there, and you're like half shutting your eyes, half not, half shutting your eyes, and you just don't hear the door open.
No, yeah, I wasn't watching the door.
Yeah, as all of a sudden, like a breeze, somebody makes their way through the room, and Alyssa, you are standing directly over the top of him.
Aiming right for the mouth. Turn it directly upside down and just let it rain.
Is it okay? How does invisibility work with this? Because the syrup's invisible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's invisible.
My
So,
mouth getting
Morn,
full of
So
invisible-
hold on. Yeah, so hold on. Morn, roll a d6 for me. Even, your mouth is open. Odd, you've closed your mouth.
No, my mouth's open. I'm asleep.
Okay. Morn is full, like.
But I'm not very sleepy right now.
Yeah. And all of a sudden,
Ow.
you are choking. And you are like uncontrollably cannot catch your breath, and you take that big suck in, and it's a thick suck in, like not water, but and you're like,
you were maple boarded.
yeah, you full maple syrup down the throat, into the lungs, and out, and then guess what? More maple syrup down the throat and into the mouth, and you are flopping over.
Breathing in maple syrup actually sounds incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. It's pretty gnarly.
And
So
depending on, okay, I would assume this is homemade maple syrup, which is going to be a lot thinner. So I will say that.
This is in my mind. In my mind, this is not Mrs. Buttersworth that will fucking kill you.
Right. This is like water.
This is like
regular, like actual
this is
maple
like
syrup.
normal maple syrup that is made from actually distilling out of trees through their regular refined method.
Real maple syrup.
It's
Real
very. It is very. It's thin, but it's still fucking maple syrup.
Okay, I'm just gonna have the syrup going down. I'm just gonna swallow it and just be like,
"Oh,
Ping, it's good to have you back."
After about 30 seconds of fucking dying because you just breathed in maple syrup. In the middle of it, like in the middle of breathing, you breathed in maple syrup and you flopped over and like spent a good 5 or 10 seconds convulsing, trying to clear your lungs. You come to, and you just start looking around the room. Make a perception check.
I'm just gonna say, Ping, it's good to have you back.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even looking. I'm assuming no one hears that. I'm upstairs.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Alyssa.
Alyssa probably would hear it.
Probably standing about 5 or 10 feet from you. But you don't know that.
I'll pull out a water skin. And I'm just gonna start chugging water.
Okay.
To recover a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you're not dying anymore, but your lungs kind of hurt. I mean, you breathed in fucking maple syrup.
Okay. And I'll kind of just pray to Shantae and be like, I deserve that, didn't I? I'll kind of look up at her.
And after a moment or two, all of a sudden, the invisible maple syrup begins to appear. And your beard is fucking coated, and so is your front of your chest and down your shirt and half of your face. Because it was a full thing of maple syrup that Alyssa just end over end poured.
What?
No, that's fine. I'm gonna.
I went to the bathroom for 2 minutes and I missed everything.
I'm gonna.
Oh, Morn just after Alyssa did it, Morn just said,
I'm gonna
"Nice to have
rip
Ping
off
back."
whatever shirt I was sleeping in. Just rip it off, toss it in the corner. I don't care. I'll take another water skin and just kind of dump it over my beard and shake it out a little bit, and get maybe half of the syrup out. Like, we're good. And then
the rest of it could be a snack for later.
Yeah.
The rest of it's probably not any more gross than what was already in his beard. And then I'll make my way downstairs, and I'm gonna be kind of avoiding everyone's glance, and then just only look at Kaz and be like, "You ready to go meet with Beowulf?" And then I'm gonna just start heading toward the door.
You wouldn't have heard anything about Beowulf. Well, okay, so yeah,
I was requested though.
Yeah, you were under the
Wait, so did Alyssa come back to the table?
So hold on, Alyssa, do you let him pass or do you try to beat him downstairs?
No, I'll let him pass, and then as soon as I hear him heading downstairs, I'll become visible and I'll stuff the bottle in my pack and I'll just walk back downstairs.
Fair enough. Alyssa just slowly meanders downstairs. Probably, a minute or so, 30 seconds after you. You guys are all sitting at the table. Morn looks up and you guys ready to go meet Beowulf? Or
I'm only talking to Kaz, yep.
Only
and then I'm
talking
making my way toward the door.
Okay.
So, out of character, I don't remember why we wanted to go meet with him.
We were going to talk to him about Mikhail. We were going to ask him whether or not he knew anything. We were going to kind of discuss our plans on some things. You had mentioned wanting to come along because you didn't want me to say anything about the Leystones.
Yes. Okay. Yep. So I'll just nod, get up, and start heading with him.
Is it noticeable that he had syrup on his face?
Yeah, it's very noticeable. Like half the beard is completely caked down, and the other half is like super curly and like sticking out.
Also, I'm not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Do you
Oh,
want
the
to
beard.
clean up first?
No, I'm good. I'm not listening to you at this point. I'm literally I spoke to you and walked outside.
Shitty.
After Morn
I'll-
goes outside, I'm gonna look at Alyssa and put my hand up for a high five.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And you turn around and Alyssa is literally against the like where the like the doorway is, but there's like no doors. It's just like the frame, and she's just leaning against the frame.
So badass.
This is how Morn dies. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So Morn is walked outside shirtless. Shirtless and smeared in
And smeared in syrup. Yeah,
and
it's a
like water's only gonna get off so much. Like everybody
Oh.
knows you got to take a shower for a while and like really.
not
Touch
not,
that fucker
everyone,
up.
not everyone knows.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
gonna, I'm gonna prestidigitation the syrup away on the way there. I was hoping he could put a shirt on, but I guess it's okay if not.
I mean, he's beefy. Without a short, he's walking through town and everybody's looking at him, and he's getting some looks from some ladies too,
Oh yeah.
and guys. Morn's a big boy, and as you're walking, like underneath, like as you're walking, just like nonchalantly, like Kaz is just prestidigitation, and like the beard cleans itself up and comes to like a nice point, and then comes down and like just looks clean. Like he
Morn?
cleans you up, and I don't even know if you notice. Maybe.
No, once I noticed that my beard is noticeably lighter at this point, because syrup is gonna have way more weight than the hair would. So I noticed that it's light.
It's light
And I'm
beard,
just
but yeah.
gonna kind of like put my hand to it and just kind of shape it into a nice point. Not normally like I would normally do. Normally I just leave it all wherever it's going, but right now it's yeah. And
So, Morn and Kaz have left. Anybody else following? Andre, as you see Morn come out the front door, you arrive,
Oh,
and he is shirtless. Like
Oh,
he is literally wearing like. It is the middle of winter. It is snowing outside, and he's wearing a loincloth of some sort.
no, I have pants on, well, shorts on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I mean. Though it's like you're
A little more than a loincloth.
yeah, barely.
Not much. You're right.
where are you going in such a hurry?
Morning, Andre. Kaz and I are meeting with Beowulf.
Did he just ask you to go?
Yeah, we had requested a meeting yesterday.
All right.
Kaz seemed insistent on coming along. He thinks that I think he doesn't trust me to not say stuff, but honestly, I have no idea what to even say regarding
Not to say.
those stone things.
Oh, are we not going to tell him?
No, Beowulf, no. I don't trust Beowulf.
Hmm.
And in a pretty loud voice, I'm just going to be like, the secret of the ley stones is safe with me.
God damn it.
Maybe you
This is
could
why
let
Kaz
Kaz
wanted to
do
go with.
all of the talking, and you don't say anything at all.
Yeah. I'm going to let
That's
Kaz
what
talk first. I'm going to let Kaz talk
That's what I would suggest.
You guys, I
Yeah,
feel like
I'm gonna-
Kaz and Morn are marrying Pippin. It's like, they let Mary do all the talking.
Yeah, I'll let Kaz talk first. Yeah.
And I'll just be Samwise, but instead of Mr. Frodo, it's Mrs. Freya.
Does that mean I'm Frodo? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah! I'm the main character, bitches!
So, you guys have made your way out the front. Morn and Kaz and Andre and you begin to make your way, Morn and Kaz, towards the main castle. Anybody else?
I'll go. I guess I'll go inside since Morn seemed to say it was just him and Kaz going.
Yeah, being that Morn was only talking to Kaz, I'm gonna feel like he either wanted to go alone or didn't want us to come, so I'm not gonna follow.
I'm gonna finish my breakfast and head back to my room.
Okay. And you walk in, Andre, right as you notice like Freya kind of lean back in her chair and like throw back a slap, and you watch as nonchalantly Alyssa's just like, and that goes back to just like brooding against the corner of the door frame.
Oh my god.
Like no smile, no nothing, just like broody Alyssa, just like leaning against the door frame as you walk in. She kind of shoots you a glance.
It's kind of like, yeah,
then,
I
like-
did it. I'm a bad bitch.
She's a bad bitch. So, anybody doing anything else as Morn and Kaz go towards the... Speak now or forever hold your peace.
King's headed back to his room, so...
Okay. Ping, you've made your way back to the guest quarters that have been given to you.
Oh.
I'll look
I'm just
towards the
gonna-
other two, and I'll say, either of you two fancy yourselves a day drinker?
I would love to day drink. It's been a while.
You want to have a contest?
I love contests.
Let's do it then. She's got the most devilish grin on her face.
I'm gonna answer back with a devilish grin.
Okay. She'll sit at the table across you, and she reaches in her pack. She pulls out a thick metal tankard engraved with the face of a bear, and she says, "Game on."
Jen, why are you reacting that way?
Okay. So you, the wall to your immediate right, Alyssa, is just full of liquors and beers, bottled beers and liquors. You know that if you ask Yvonne, she'll bring out chilled beers and liquors if you ask, that are kept in the back or downstairs in the kind of like the cellar type area.
Mm-hmm. I'll look at Freya and I'll say, "Pick your poison. I don't really have a preference."
I'm gonna look. Actually, I'm gonna look to Yvonne because she's gonna know the stock better than me. Yvonne?
Yes, dear.
What would you recommend as a really good rum?
Oh. Well, are you looking for spiced or are you looking for just rum?
Let's add some spice to it.
I'll be right back. And you just see her like wipe her hands on her apron, and she's like walking away. She comes back like 3 minutes later, and she puts a giant, greenish cleared bottle on the front of it, and wrapped her whole around the whole side is a dragon, almost like a Chinese dragon, skinny and kind of like flowing around the whole way. That's been aged for a long time. It's very good. I would be lying if I didn't tell you I snuck a snip every once in a while. So, it's good.
Well, if you like it so much, we'll make sure to order some
Yeah.
more.
She puts it in her mouth and pops the cork and begins to pour it, and she begins to fill up, and she looks at you like to the top or a little bit or halfway.
I'm gonna look to Alyssa because I don't know the terms of the contest.
However hard you want to go.
Well, I guess go big or go home. Fill her up.
All the way to the top of the tankard, and she puts down one in front of you and fills it all the way to the top. Okay, I didn't warn ya. And she
Full
puts it
glass
back.
of hard liquor. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're talking strong rum.
Oh boy.
Shit.
I mean,
Get
it's like
wasted.
it's like 10 a.m., 9:30 a.m.
Perfect.
Mm.
Long trip. It's been a while. We need to
Okay.
let loose.
You guys begin to drink.
Is there
You're
any
making Martin
rules
look
to
like
this
a saint.
contest, Alyssa, or is it just the first one down loses?
First one down loses.
All right. And I'm just going to be keeping pace with Alyssa.
Mhm.
And she just 5 gulps gone.
All right.
Damn.
See, what Alyssa doesn't know is that Freya has beaten Morn in drinking contests like 3 straight times.
What you don't know is what I know.
Yep, Alyssa. Shh. Just shh.
She's probably
Why
got
I
like
giggled.
she's probably got like a
Why I giggled.
she probably has a second stomach or something specifically
So-
for it.
Freya.
Probably.
6 gulps. Pretty good. It is strong. Imagine like midnight Jack Daniels shot at the bar. Like if anybody can imagine that in stream, it's about midnight at the bars, and your friend just goes to the bar and brings you back just a straight shot of Jack Daniels. And you put that thing down, you're just like, and you kind of like, you hold back a little bit of that puke, and you put it down, and you kind of catch yourself, and you put it back down, and you kind of like flex.
Something like that.
But this is good spiced rum. I'd imagine it's
It's-
a little tastier than that.
It's good, but to do that much hard, like, I mean, you did a full fucking tankard. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. Oh.
You keep it down. It hurt, but you keep it down. And Alyssa slides her mug back out and looks up at Yvonne again and pours her tankard to the top. And slides it back in front of her. 5 gulps.
I'm keeping pace, so if she took the whole thing down, I'm gonna go for it.
You slide yours back out. Yvonne just staring at you both. Like, super expensive big bottle of fucking rum. And you guys are basically doing an entire bottle to yourself. And she just pours your tankard full and stares at you both. And then corks it, and there's like this much left, and she's just like... And... 3 chugs in. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
You spit some of it back up into it. Roll a Constitution saving throw again. Beat a 16. Beat a 16.
Oh.
And you throw up into the glass, and you kind of like the water spew, and you're like, and you kind of put it down, and Alyssa's just staring at you.
You want to call that 1-0?
Oh my god.
Okay, if I'm not drunk,
And you're
I'm still gonna. I'm gonna go for it.
You're starting to swim at this point.
I was gonna say, do it again.
Like the vision is beginning to spin.
I can't just lose that easy though.
Okay, well, I mean, you still have a half a glass of
Do it again.
throw up / rum.
Oh.
Ugh.
Spinning at 9 in the morning.
Okay, Freya does not want to look like a quitter, especially because she's like, Alyssa's a badass because she just poured syrup in Morn's mouth. I can't look like a loser. I'm gonna try to put it back.
And you throw it back, and oh, it's acidic-y / pukey rum. Oh, yep, baby beat me to it. Pukey rum. And you roll a Constitution saving throw. Beat an 18.
I can't. If I drank it, I don't lose. Come on. Nope.
All table and everything.
Oh no.
Oh.
And you are full swimming. You're like at the table just And Alyssa
Oh, the
is
cleanup's
staring
easy,
at you
but
and grinning.
not.
Like I said, want to know?
So, am I drunk? Am I not?
Oh, you're fucked up.
Okay, yeah.
You are fucked.
How long did this
She
take?
has puked though, and you do feel better after you puke.
She threw up what was in the bottle. She hasn't puked up what's in her stomach remnants now. She just puked up what she tried to put back down. So she's still got a whole tankard sloshing in there.
I don't think you feel better if you puke and then try to drink it again.
There you go, Kaz. That's what I'm going for right
Yeah,
there.
you're right. I haven't done that.
I'm gonna give Alyssa a thumbs up.
I've done that. It doesn't help. I promise you. You got to do the force.
I'm gonna give Alyssa a thumbs up. Good game, champ.
There's 3 of them for some reason, and you're having a hard time
So then
getting
I'll
the right one.
I was gonna say I'll give a thumbs up to each one of them.
And you were just like, she has like the drip, like the frothy drip from the chin, and she's like, good game.
I'll lean over the table and pat her on the shoulder.
Are you going to be able to get upstairs?
I'm not going upstairs.
Oh,
You're going upstairs.
why would I go upstairs? I don't live here.
Well, now you do.
And- The whole front of her Henri is puke, and the table in front of her is just hit, and Yvonne is visibly upset. And she's just like,
I'm gonna be upset that I upset Yvonne, and I'm gonna attempt to prestidigitation the mess.
yeah.
Andre just comes over.
She looks at Alyssa. You did this. You did this. I'm not cleaning this up. No. Mm-mm.
I'm attempting.
Nope.
Oh. I'm attempting I'm. Freya's a little bit fearful of Yvonne. She appreciates her like exponentially and is fearful of the damage she could do if she was upset. So she's gonna be trying to prestidigitation the mess.
This with the syrup beer doesn't seem too bad.
Okay. So you're like half doing it, and it's like working on most of it, and like part of it is like pushing the slop down the table further. Like you're like semi cleaning it up, and then like you're semi like scooting the puke down
This
the
is
table.
all happening right after breakfast. Oh
And
my God.
you're just like trying to get the hand movements correct.
I got
And
it.
you're just like, yeah.
I
And
got
you're
it.
pushing like egg and bacon, and you're just like,
I got it.
Oh, look here. Let me help you. I'll start trying to actually clean it up.
Okay, on that note, morning Kaz. You guys, after a little while, you make your way to the front doors where the guards are. Noticing who you are, a little off-put by a shirtless Morn, step off to the side and open the 2 large front gate doors. As they just kind of stare as you walk by Morn.
So yeah, being shirtless doesn't bother Martin, but it does start to realize as I'm walking into the building that being shirtless in front of Beowulf might not be the best idea. So I'm gonna turn toward Kaz and just be like, "You got anything else to put on?"
Not in your size.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully Beowulf's not offended or jealous. Then I'll.
I mean, you forget, Beowulf's almost as big as you.
And then I'm
Yeah.
gonna also
No, aren't they like isn't Beowulf a little bigger than him?
Yeah. Tall wise.
Yeah.
Maybe not as wide, but it's pretty close.
outside of character, I don't think Martin could beat him in a fight. I don't think there's a chance.
But Morn thinks he could beat him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The only reason Martin hasn't challenged him is Martin doesn't want to be in charge of Jupiter.
Yeah, that would
like-
be like a curse for Morn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Morn will make his way toward the door.
You guys make your way into the front foyer accepting area. There's another set of double doors. You can see the repairs from the last time have been completed. Some of the decorant around the doors is a lot nicer than before. A lot more gold trim / designs. You look closely and you actually can see carved into the doors almost like war scenes. And if you look even closer, Morn, actually roll a perception check. Yeah.
Damn!
You pay attention.
Damn, Kaz.
Yeah,
Look at
holy
you.
shit.
Oh my
Both of you.
god, Kaz rolled a good perception roll?
I know, right?
Oh my
So-
god!
You're paying attention to Morn, and he's already like kind of standing out, and you're like, God damn it, Morn. Can't we just go anywhere simple? And you notice Morn get really quiet and begin to actually focus on something. And you're like, you pay attention to Morn, and then you both look up, and around the entire door, you see, not like battle scenes, but you notice one recurring figure the whole way around the door, and a bunch of opponents laying below him. Some missing body parts, some missing armor, some missing weapons. And you notice the other character looks pretty much like Beowulf.
This is new, right?
Yeah. It looks like he, around the door, has carved his conquest for every single challenger who's come through those doors. And there's probably a good 5 or 6 feet left on the other side of the door. And you assume probably left for people who want to try.
Seems like something's made Beowulf a little jealous.
Yeah, it was probably you.
Yeah.
Maybe you just slouch a little bit when we get in there.
How does this look? And I'm gonna like deflex all my muscles.
Yeah. Yeah, just be real relaxed and slouch
So
down.
Morn like standing like all beefed up goes, yeah, how's this look?
Yeah, exactly.
And he's just like,
Perfect.
yeah.
Looks
And
the
he's
same.
still just like full bulge and like around the pecs and everything, like the veins are still like popped up, and he's just like, yeah.
I'm gonna walk in just as limp as possible.
He walks in, you're still like a good like 2.5 feet above like all the guards, and like
I just
width size.
imagine Morn walking in doing like the going to meeting thing with the fucking mannequin flailing its arms around.
No. He walks in, he's just like turtle. Like all I can imagine is like, am I not turtly enough for the turtle squad? He's like hunched in a little bit, and he's like trying to like deflex, but even like the guards in like full plate armor that's like sticking out another like, you know, like half a foot, like a couple inches, and they're like, you know, they look wide. Morn, no shirt, is still like twice the size, even
Jeez.
like hunched in, and like they're all just like looking at Morn, and he's like, "What's up, guys?" Like walking through. Cash just like head down, walking next to him. You walk in as the doors open. The inner throne room has changed significantly. To the left and to the right, there's now raised podiums with chairs and blocked off, almost like pew style, like mid waist. There's a secondary floor, and if you look up, there's now like 5 to 6 archers on each side. In the very far back, you see Beowulf's throne has been raised and enlarged, and you see several swords sticking out the sides of them, and So I'm trying to think of the word that I'm looking for. Almost like a circular object, like placed on top. In the middle of the room, you see a large, like, map, and you see like pretty much exactly what I have on the screen right now, laid out. And you see the Council of Stone all there, and they seem to be deliberating over that and talking. And they all kind of look up as you guys walk in and then continue talking at the map.
Trying not to look.
Just confused.
I like the renovations.
Yes, I also like the renovations too. It was needed, especially after our last incident.
Yeah, I'll look up to the ceiling where there used to be a hole. I'll go, oh,
The skylight has been completely repaired, and it actually looks like it's been reinforced with like some kind of metal, like riveting.
looks good up there.
Yes,
Rib
a
cam.
mistake I will not make again. So, what do you want to talk to me about?
Well, it looks like you got a war council here.
There's
we-
been some movement throughout Rothos that concerns us.
Anything you want to share, or maybe we could help with?
If you want to look. And he kind of like waves his hand over the map, and the Council of Stone takes like 2 or 3 steps back. And you notice along the edges of the Evercrest Mountains, it looks like there's like four or five like skinny black pillars stacked next to each other, kind of positioned like here, 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 and then you notice almost like 2 tiny griffins stacked next to each other in the middle of the mountains. And then you notice, there's some black pillars there, there, and there. Yeah. The black pillars represent the Raxus. It seems they have been mobilized and stationed throughout Rothos. Why at the Evercrest Mountains, I do not know. The 2 there seem to be Griffin Riders that have, I don't know, they've begun to patrol the Evercrest Mountains, making it difficult for our scouts. I do not know if we are being pinned in, or if this is a sign of aggression to let their presence be known. Skonnersvold has gone down on full lockdown, and the Council of 6 is stationed within the week to make an announcement to the city. That is why I have called you here.
Beowulf, I can't say that I understand too much about wars of your kind, but I appreciate you sharing this information with us. It's a good sign of trust.
Yes, well, after our last incident, I have recognized that maybe we were not being forthright towards each other. You towards us, and us towards you.
I agree. Cass, do you think we should share why we're here?
Fuck my ass. Yeah. We found some information that some elves are being held in Mickhill, and we wanted to make our way there. but I guess we wanted to check with you and see what else was going on and what other sort of movement was taking place that might have an effect on that. We think the Baron there, we may have a run-in with him, so I don't necessarily know what type of fallout there might be from that, or maybe if you had some information that could help us or anything of that sort. We seemed like a good idea to come speak to you before we left.
The tall, skinny elven female behind you, who looks very old in age, steps kind of off to your side. You've known her as Yvonne Trill. She steps forward. Yes, we have heard words that some of our kind have been moved in and out of Mikil. We weren't really sure what was going on, as we have sent several scouts to that location, and we haven't heard much word back. That is a very, what is the word? Technologically advanced civilization down there. It seems like a lot of the research for Skonsvald and their army comes from there. And she kind of pulls out this long cylindrical looking tube attached to this wood that seemed to have some kind of trigger and lever action. They call this a firearm. It was recovered from one of the Raxus that we encountered on one of our scouting missions that fought back. It seems to be able to project at a longer distance than our bows and our long distance items as well. It killed one of our spellcasters and wounded one of our rangers. It's a very dangerous weapon, and it seems that we have issues countering whatever this new technology is. There's also been some other weaponry that has come out of there. People are saying that they are seeing some kind of mechanized creatures, almost golem-esque in creations. We know that a lot of the dwarven and gnomish kind have been brought to Mikil in some sort of, we're unsure of. The city is very highly locked down and very heavily guarded. Yes, it's concerning that we do not know much more about that location.
So we don't expect that they would let in travelers.
We are unsure. We have not heard from two of our scouts. The only scout to bring back information was only in there for one day, and he basically went in and out within the same day, in the same hour, and got glimpses of the town. He said a lot of it is run by mechanized machines and some kind of energy, almost crystals. And they're unsure. There's one large tower that seems to house almost like a stone, about so big that seems to be as bright as a sun.
Morn attempts to not show any sign of reaction.
Okay. Make a deception check.
13.
Okay. They all kind of like look at you, and they kind of make a face.
Could
And
we
you
talk?
see a Vontriel kind of like raise an eyebrow and then continue to talk.
I'm gonna act like I'm ignoring the conversation about the stone. Could we talk to that scout, maybe? So that we know what we're getting into?
I believe that we could arrange for that. I believe you know this scout. It is one of our trusted advisor, one of our trusted members of the Phoenix's Boon, Soren.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know him. He's the quiet one.
Yes.
Yeah, he never wants to talk to us, though.
Freya's brother.
I believe that we can make that exception and have him speak to you.
Oh.
I believe he is due to be back today, actually. He went out doing his own thing. He took some time off. But, and then right after she speaks, the Dragonborn steps forward in heavy plate, leans over the table, and points down towards the island in the far corner. And Steinthorn. Yes, it looks like there has been movement in the upper left portions of Rothos. There's been said that ships have been going back and forth from Steinthorn to the Witch's Hex. We're unsure of anything that is going on, but it is said that activity from Steinthorn has increased tenfold. There also seems to be more individuals that we have not noticed before that have seemed to made their way to Steinthorn, almost like a small army is beginning to be formed.
Good thing we don't want to go to Steinthorn then, right?
I would hope not. We have lost our last good scout that went there, so we do not have much information on the...
Wait, Arcadia?
No. Arcadia was not there scouting. She went there to find the last scout that we sent.
Oh.
Arcadia is doing other work. We would also greatly appreciate it if you did not speak her name so lightly. It is.
Oh, sorry.
It is just out of respect of what she is doing. She works better in the shadows.
Oh yeah, we've never met Arcadia.
Okay, I believe you get it. Anyways, he begins to point to the map and a couple other locations, and he points out the taller black figurines. It seems like the Raxis have been moving throughout Rothos almost in a clockwise fashion, in the patrols almost, gathering up those of elven kind and those of magical nature, bringing to Skarnsvold. We have not got much information on anything other than that. The gnome steps forward and leans into the table, kind of like up on the table, and kind of points. But you see that the individuals being brought here to Skarnsvold, they... Don't laugh at me, Morn. I'm trying to
that voice is incredible. I love that. Oh, that's the most gnomish voice I've ever.
You see that the individuals being brought here to Skarnsvold, we've had word that there's going to be some kind of announcement, but we're not really sure as to what is happening. So the information that we are asking for you to do is, unfortunately, we would like you to make your way to Skarnsvold and be there for whatever this speech is. We can't seem to get any other informants inside of the city to learn what is going on.
When is that speech happening?
1 week from today. It seems like the Council of Six have called for a special meeting and have asked the surrounding cities that cannot make it. They are going to magically enhance their voice across the land, but the Council of Six is going to specifically speak to the individuals within Skarnsvold in the city square.
You want us to go to Skarnsvold, even though the people in Skarnsvold will recognize us?
I don't believe they can recognize you. Do they know of you?
Yeah. Oh, Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna look at Kaz.
That does not help us very much, does it? That's not good. Yeah, and he kind of like takes a step back and puts like his hand into his face into his hands and begins to like tap his chin like rapidly and like pull on his tiny little like beard, and like every once in a while you see him kind of like stroke a bead of sweat off his like bald head, and like he pats back this like super crappy little like pulled back ponytail that you're just like, just shave it off and get rid of it. He's like, I don't. I mean, we could. I'm not really sure. I mean, Kai, Doritos sounds really good right now.
We always worship the Dorito. What do you mean?
It's all about those spicy, the hot Cheetos, man. All about the hot Cheetos.
Not hot Cheetos, but they're the white cheddar ones.
Oh, get out of here. Hot Cheetos, man. It's the only way.
It was kind of a
dude.
joke, but I did get hot Cheetos mac and cheese for
What?
Christmas.
That would be so good.
Yo, that actually sounds good.
Pretty excited for it.
Gotta get you some bud and then try it.
Freya, if I could do that voice, I'd be done with this campaign.
You totally could. You're already like
I
don't
you've
think
got-
I
You'd be
could.
moving on
you've
from
got-
us plebs.
you've got
I
the ability.
I don't think I could. I don't think I could. That's too
You've
good.
got the voice though. Like the only thing differently he's doing is he's just acting with his whole body.
See, I can't do that because that's gonna hear me above me.
Yeah,
I
so
have
if
to
you
keep it down
could-
just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm telling
You
you.
need to wave your arms, pound your fist.
You need to have a little dribble to come down the side of your mouth while you're doing it too.
What?
Yes. See?
You want gunpowder?
Yes, black powder.
Oh, you want
That's
to
the
powder?
Ugh.
Okay. Anyways, Beowulf steps forward. So, do you think this is something that you can do? If not, we have had reports of Mikil and certain information coming out of there as well.
Well,
But there's also
Beowulf,
movement in Steinborn.
there are things that I'm good at, and there's things that I need more practice with. And sneaking into a city and spying on things, well, there might be better uses for my abilities. But we're going to Mikhail next.
Interesting. And he kind of like grabs his face and strokes, like he has like a tiny beard going on right now, and he just kind of like strokes it just a little bit.
Martin's gonna stroke his beard. I'm gonna stroke my beard too.
He just looks up at you, shirtless, stroking your beard, just like staring at him. Just, you okay?
I guess we couldn't go to Mikhail and make it to Skornswald in a week. Because we can only teleport to Skeld. It'll take a few days to get to Mikhail from there, and then...
What if they have the book in Skornswald? The book with the faces.
The book with the faces.
Oh God.
Do you mean-
The book. They had in Steinthorn they had a book, and it had a bunch of faces, and when we went there, the guards there looked through the book, and the book had a bunch of faces, and if your face was in the book, then they
Oh.
killed you.
I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? The wanted
yes,
papers.
the guards
basically.
at the gate had a wanted list.
Yeah,
Sort of.
and my face is in it, but they didn't recognize me because I shaved my beard, and our monk was in it.
That makes more sense. I was a little confused with the Facebook, but
Facebook.
wanted posters make sense too. Anyways, that does pose a problem throughout Rothos. That would make moving around difficult.
Yeah.
Well, I will leave this information with you. If you are unable to make it to Scarsfold, if you could let me know by midweek. That way I can dispatch a scout of my own to see if we can't get somebody in to hear whatever this announcement is.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Excuse me.
Kill a cockroach.
Ray, did you just kill a creature on stream? Did you just kill a living being live
It's a
on
cockroach.
the internet?
The fuck is a cockroach doing in your house?
It's my apartment.
Somebody should clean.
Nah, cockroaches are...
Not my fault. There were already cockroaches in the building.
I was gonna say apartment, it's kind of hard if the apartment complex.
I don't know if I could sleep.
Yeah.
Anyways.
They're not that big. They're pretty tiny.
They're not that fucking big.
They're not that big. They're like that big.
Yeah, they might take our stream down because Ray killed a creature on stream.
Son of a bitch. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate that.
It's pest control.
Once again. No. So they all just kind of look at you. Is there anything else you have for information for us? The only other thing is we've just noticed the Raxus are moving throughout Rothos and seem to be patrolling.
No, there was nothing else that we wanted to tell you right now.
Make a deception check.
Oh god.
They see us rolling. They hate it.
15.
Patrolling and trying to catch us using magic.
Are you certain?
Yeah, we have nothing else to tell them, right, Cass?
No, once we decide,
Kaz, make a deception check.
yeah.
With disadvantage because of Morn.
Oh,
When somebody looks at you and asks you, "Oh fuck yes!"
Yeah, with
If somebody-
deception.
Yes! Oh fuck!
Stop. Remember my rule. Roll it one more time. And this
Oh,
doesn't affect anything, but if you roll another natural 20, something else will happen.
Yeah! Hell yeah!
Okay.
Oh, so it's an 8, which if you
That
look
would've
at
been
your
so
if you look
good.
at your 20 is one space away from the 20.
Yeah.
Like an 8 is
Yeah.
numerically far from 20, but it's one space from
Like-
it.
Oh, baby.
Fuck!
dude.
Dang!
I can't
Okay.
believe you double natted.
I tell you
Oh,
what though, when
disadvantage.
somebody looks at somebody
So-
and says, "We don't have anything else to tell them," right? That's already a giveaway.
On disadvantage.
Morn, as super awkward as he is, like, turns and goes, "There's nothing else we have to tell him, right?" And, like, begins doing these things, and you just watch as, like, Cat just goes, "No, nothing at all. Also, did you know that the Raxus are moving along the coast in an awkward fashion? I did begin to see a certain patrol of boats, and begins to point things out on the map in kind of a weird fashion. He's like, yeah, you should probably check this port and this port, because it looks like there's information coming in that they've been moving slaves along the shore lines." And immediately, everybody just focuses in on what Kaz is saying, and he begins to point out the different ports and like the movement of slaves. And he also points out that they should be looking to the Swamp of Lost Mines because there seems to be some sort of fire that they destroyed a base there. And I did not know that. That is very good information. Pilf, put this in the records and send a scout to the Swamp of Lost Mines to see about this village, this Tortillian village. Tortellini? Tortellini?
Tortellini.
Tortellini.
Tortolan.
Tortolan. Thank you. Tortolan village, you say, Boggeberg. We will see if we cannot enact a trade route with them to get supplies back and forth. That is very good information. I appreciate this. Thank you, Kaz. Okay. If you would please, though, let us know by midweek your plans for whatever you decide to do, as we can make plans on the other flip note of that.
Yeah, we'll talk it over with the rest of the group and let you know.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Beowulf.
No, I appreciate everything you guys have done so far. Before you go though, we do have one question that has been brought up. How is your new member?
She well, she's very strong and is a good fighter. She also is a little bit, she gets angry and attacks things, and we almost had to send her back here because she tried to run away from us.
Warren's honesty is so cute. It's just like, I'm going to tell you anything that you want me to tell you. Anything you want to know.
I am very glad that you've told me this. It's kind of what we assumed would happen, but it sounds like you have it under control.
She seems to be helping us. She seems to think that we're going a place where she can kill things, and she likes killing things, so she comes with us.
Okay. That is good to know. Let us know
She's
if
learning
anything...
to work with others.
Yeah.
She's learning team
Not
building.
a strength, but
Team building
she's learning.
skills.
Yeah.
Team building.
Doing some trust exercises and shit.
She's learning to work
She
well with
dropped
others.
more she dropped more in the trust fall exercise, but
But it's Morn, so it's okay. We're gonna learn from this experience. We got this. So, I see. But if you'll excuse us, we have to continue to map the movements. So, thank you. And he kind of like waves a hand out towards the door.
we'll head back to the house.
Oh boy.
Shit.
As we're walking back, I'll just be like, well, that went well.
It did.
Things to catch.
Yeah.
GG,
So.
Kaz.
As you begin to exit the building, the rest of the group,
Holy
what would
shit,
you
guys.
like to do during this time? Is there anything you would like to do?
I would like to go on an adventure walk.
And walk.
Oh, you want to go somewhere, drunkie?
Yeah, I want some fresh air when I don't
Well-
feel like I'm being chased.
You know,
Oh wait, I'm
I
having
had a bit of a trip in mind. It's a little ways out, but we could make it. The
Where?
two of us.
Where?
I think Freya's already on a trip.
Where?
Oh, it's a bit of a surprise.
I love surprises. Oh my god, let's go now.
All right then.
Baby.
Is this a trust fall exercise?
I mean, do you trust me to not take you somewhere that's dangerous?
Oh, she's 100% trusting you. Don't worry. You said,
Okay.
"Oh, let's go," and she's like, "Let's go."
So as you stand there, Alyssa, you watch as Freya goes arm in arm with Andre. She kind of guides her towards the door.
Well, no. You might want to get a little bit of gear.
Right, yeah.
You know, a day pack.
Oh yeah.
And all that.
We're
You know, pack away your beef jerky and
Are
your little
we
raisins and
going-
peanuts and everything.
Are we going hiking?
Aye, that we are, lass.
Oh, I'll get my gear. I'm gonna go to the stairs then.
Okay.
The hell? Discord wants to update?
Do it. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Oh.
Sorry for the black screen. Discord wants to update. I told it no. So I'm gonna go to the stairs. And go to probably very clumsily. I'll probably actually do the thing where you climb the stairs, where your hands are on the stairs and your feet, so you're climbing like you're
The
climbing
crab
a ladder.
walk?
Yeah.
So that's how I normally go upstairs.
It's the only way.
Yeah. So I'm gonna crab walk up to my room.
Okay, it takes you a couple minutes to get your bearings, to get your balance. And to answer that question, Andre, I would say like 2 hours, hour and a half.
Oh, easy.
It's not
Okay.
bad. It's kind of on the outskirts, but it's not bad. It's not like crazy. It's just it's out there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I will make sure I collect both bows, my backpack, the journal. I'll put the journal in the backpack. Yeah. And then I will head back downstairs. And this time, going down the stairs, I will sit down and
I'm just like
butt scoot. Yep.
Okay. You watch as she sits down, full armored, full bold, and just down the stairs in front of you. Alyssa, are you still standing at the end of the stairs?
No, I would have gone into the study and I'd start working on identifying these potions.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
Well, you packed everything you think you're gonna need?
I've got everything. We could be gone for years, and I'd be set.
Well, we probably won't be gone that long.
Well,
Just a
just
little
in
jaunt.
case. Just in case.
Always. No. Heft my own pack. And start leading the way out of the city and into the surrounding wilderness.
It's good.
I'm gonna actually
So-
put my arm over Henri's shoulder like buddies do as they're walking. It would be like big grin on my face, like, yes, we're going on an adventure. Life is good.
I'm glad you're enjoying this.
I don't know where you're taking me, but I bet it's gonna be great.
Oh, I think you're gonna like it.
Roll 3 Arcana checks. But the first 3 potions are 2 regular potions and 1 greater potion. Or superior, sorry. 1 superior, 2 regular potions.
Oh, you're not talking to me.
Healing. No, healing. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No. 8, 4, 15.
I was about to say, Arcana. What? Why?
4, 15. The first potion is a grayish type potion that seems to swirl and every once in a while changes color. You are unsure what that one is. The second potion is a purple potion that swirls violently. And every once in a while you see almost like sparks of lightning. And then the swirl almost rotates quicker. And you're not sure what that one is either. The third potion is a almost like a dark brown molassesy looking potion. And this one is a potion of enlarge.
Okay.
So basically the spell for enlarge, like a wizard, does the same thing.
Yeah.
And it lasts for 1 minute.
Gotcha.
Or no. Because 1 minute is 10 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So half that. Sorry, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Because it'd be 5 rounds.
Hmm.
But you're unsure what the first 2 are.
Yeah.
Do you do anything else with the potions?
I don't believe so.
You can, and I this is just something that I've read. There's 2 ways to identify it. One, you can do the Arcana, or you can take a small taste, and you can get a glimpse of what it is without using the whole potion.
Okay.
I'll let you kind of do that, but the effects are just minute.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that for the 2 that I couldn't figure out then.
Okay, so you take I think the one was gray.
Yep.
So you kind of just dab, just a tish. Roll a d20.
Little dab there.
Just a little dab.
9.
Sitting that dab.
Keep rolling. That is a 9. Okay, you take a dab, and it all of a sudden feels really weird. You don't like the taste of it. You put the cork back on, and all of a sudden, you're about the size of a gnome. And then instantaneously, you shrink back, or you come back to full size.
For the folks watching at home, we recommend that you don't take any potions that you don't know the effects of, as it could have unforeseen side effects.
Do
So-
the next one.
Don't do
This
drugs,
one,
kids.
so that one that you just tasted, because you identified it, it is the Noggin Fogger Elixir.
Ooh,
Ah!
love that name.
Noggin Fogger!
Those who have played World of Warcraft will
I
know
love it.
exactly what it is.
Makes you shrink. Well, it also can give you feather fall or turn you into a skeleton.
This one does not have the feather fall.
So it could turn you into a skeleton or shrink you.
Somebody be slamming their fucking doors in this building. What the hell?
You just need to get an old-fashioned broom
Bad, Morn.
that you
You
can
are
tap-
a horrible influence.
so that you can tap the ceiling.
And somebody on my
quiet up there!
floor.
Be quiet up there!
Well, I'm on the
So-
top. If anybody's doing,
So you take the second one and
will be
you uncork,
recording.
and when you uncork, the liquid almost comes out, like it tries to force its way out, and you just manage to close it quick enough to just get a drop. But you have to fight to get the cork back on, and you quick slab a bit of it just against the cheek, like the tip of your tongue. Roll a d20.
Okay. 4.
You feel a little bit different, and all of a sudden the sides of your neck itch really bad, and you scratch and you scratch, and the next thing you know, you have gills, and then a second later they're gone.
Ooh.
This is a potion of chaos. Depending on the d20, it has an effect. And as you pop that cork and put it back on, it went from that violent swirling color to now it's green, and it seems like it's pulsing. So it seems like it's changing colors and the way it's moving constantly.
Okay. Got it.
As you do that, Morn and Kaz, you are making your way back towards the building as Alyssa is taste testing random drugs, and Henri and Freya have begun to make their trip towards somewhere. Ping, are you doing anything in the meantime? Ping is dead.
Sorry, I was.
Ping, you there, buddy?
There we go.
There you
There
go.
he is.
No,
He's
I'm gonna
alive.
leave my room and see what everyone's up to.
You come upstairs to notice Freya piss drunk, being guided out the front door by Henri. Morn and Kaz are gone. And Alyssa, as you kind of like come around the corner, the study is mostly shut except for a crack, and you just notice her like just taste testing certain things, and like a second later you just watch her all of a sudden she just like shrinks down to a gnome and comes back to regular size, and you kind of watch her grin and cork the bottle and shove it aside. And then she starts doing something else.
Everything's normal in here.
Who is that? Who is that shrunk down to a gnome?
It seems to be Alyssa. It's who you think it is.
Okay. I guess I'll follow the group. Freya and them to see what they were up to. They're going out the door. And I'll just have a little grin on my face.
Are you just gonna follow Henri
Yeah.
and Freya?
Yeah.
She's like guiding her, and like Freya just every once in a while is like stumbling back and forth, and like slowly as they walk, you can see like Freya start to regain her composure again. They stop once or twice. Freya goes off in the bushes, throws up once or twice, goes to the bathroom, comes back and like wipes her chin. You know, about halfway through this trip, she seems to be pretty normal. And after a while,
Do we know he's there?
Yeah, I would have been like, is everything alright?
Oh, well, I just had a little day trip planned, and Freya here, she got a little sauced early in the morning. So she, wanted to see if she could come with me. And I told her, yeah, sure, you can come. You want to come as well?
Yeah, I'll come. I feel like two heads and a half are better than one.
Aye. Very true. Very, very true. Well, we're not going too far. Just a couple hours out from the city. Are you gonna be okay? And you got any cold weather gear or anything?
Oh yeah, I got a little something.
Oh, all right. Well, don't
Where are
come
we
crying
going?
to me if you got cold. Well, it's a surprise, really.
Are we getting into any fights?
Hopefully not. But well, with these mountains, you never know.
One should always be prepared.
Aye, that's the hunter's way.
Well,
Onward, Henri.
let's go.
Aye, aye, Captain.
you guys
Right,
begin
that
to
way we
trek.
go.
It sounds like an adventure.
It is an adventure.
So, about an hour and a half rolls by. You make your way through some wooded, like heavily like wooded areas, like with snow hanging off of the trees, kind of pine tree-ish type stuff. Through some valleys, and you come to actually an opening in the trees and kind of a grove with large hanging trees. Some of the trees seem to glow a little bit with kind of a weird hue, like a greenish hue. And it looks to be a larger. Think like starting village World of Warcraft elves.
Oh, like Teldris, though? Like that.
Yeah.
hmm
Oh.
Yeah, just like all like kind of the houses spread on top of hills,
But like
large,
in
like
a
built into the trees.
in like a giant primordial pine forest.
Yes, large,
Hell
like
yeah.
like overhanged, like snow and whatnot. But it looks desolate. Like a lot of the trees, or a lot of the houses, the snow has not been scraped off of it. A lot of the houses are semi covered in snow. And as you get closer to your village, you do notice that the Evercrest Mountains seems to be almost like a permanent blizzard. But the village seems to be pretty quiet. Doesn't look like there's been much movement. And when you think back, Henri, just to jog your memory, remember your people had been brought into the city because of the Obsidian Eye.
Right.
So they had actually been moved out of the village to keep them safe, and they had been given lodging in houses inside of the city. Basically, an entire Elvenville city had been moved into the city.
Yeah. That's not why I came here.
Correct.
I'm gonna be looking at everything wide-eyed.
You're
Is
sober at this point, and
Okay.
it's pretty. The temperature has gone from like mid 20s to like 0.
Okay.
Like it's like that brisk whatever is uncovered outside right now is like if you had a beard right now you'd have like the icicles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Well, I'm
it's
still gonna be.
it's crispy. It's very crispy.
So, I'll just make sure that like the cloak and everything, I have that pulled up over my chin and my mouth and whatnot to just kind of keep everything as warm as possible. But I'm also still going to be looking around kind of in awe. Is this where you were taking us?
Well, more or less. There's actually a particular part of my home that I wished to see.
This is your home?
Aye.
It's beautiful.
Thanks, I guess. I didn't build it.
It's still a beautiful place to live.
It's
Perception
lovely
check,
when you get used
Conrad.
to the cold. Oh, perception check. Hey, first roll. Let's go.
It's more than I've ever owned. Henri, how'd you stumble upon a place like
That makes a 16.
In the far distance, sitting on top of one of the houses, is just a feature or an individual that seems to be sitting there with their back turned.
I can't tell from this distance whether they are another moon elf or not.
Mm-mm.
I'll like hold my hand up to the other two. Finger to my lips. And like kind of motion for them to stay and like hide somewhere. And I'll like pull my hood of my cloak up and start trying to get closer so I can assess whether or not this person could be a threat.
Make a stealth check with disadvantage because the snow is it's probably like knee deep.
Does my cloak's advantage negate that?
Yeah, so then straight roll.
Holy fucking shit.
Natural one.
No, it's 12.
You begin to lower yourself down to the snow, and it is thick and heavy snow, and the wind keeps beating up. And as you kind of like look up to your upper right, your village, your city has always rested kind of off the side of the Evercrest Mountains, and kind of like, usually you guys get snow, but never this bad, because it's always been kind of shielded from the Evercrest Mountains. But you realize whatever is going on across the mountains is unnatural, and it just seems like it's created its own weather.
Like
but
that perma blizzard that's going on.
Something's creating some kind of blizzard that just seems to be torrential and continuous for some reason. But as you make your way closer, the hooded individual doesn't seem to notice you. And it just seems to sit there, and every once in a while you see it move. And then you see kind of like it reach down and do something, and rest its hand off to its side. And as you get very close, make a perception check.
Good thing we brought our battle gear.
Aye. Ooh, that's much better. I'll be at 22.
You notice a bloody knife to the side. Like the snow off to the right of her is kind of like semi-coated in blood, and you notice that when this individual like takes up the knife and kind of like sets it into the snow to the side, there's like blood on the blade.
How far away is the big pool of blood?
30 feet.
What does it look like is over there? Or would I have to get closer?
You'd have to get closer. And the individual stands up, still back to you, and he kind of like wipes the blade along the pant, like where they do like that, where they clean the blade off. And you notice a body laying in the dirt in front of it.
Can I see do I only see like part of the body?
You see a black cloaked figure laying on the ground.
Okay.
And you hear oh, fuck. There we go. Andre, you've always been kind of loud since we were kids, Turns around, and it's Issa. You never were much of a quiet one, were you? For somebody that regards themselves at, a ranger.
You're one to talk. Your kills were always so messy. Left blood everywhere.
Yeah, when they come into our village, then it seems like I got to get the job done. It is what it is. At least I could hear you coming a mile away, you loud one. And she covers the blood off of her hand. And then she throws a pendant right at you. And you catch it.
What is it?
I don't know. This one seemed to be sulking around here. He didn't take too kind to me asking him questions, so we got into it. You see a pendant that looks exactly like this.
Oh, I've seen this one before.
Have you now?
Aye. Only the worst people wear this one.
I saw a couple of them moving around here yesterday, day before last. So this one I tracked for about a day. And, well, let's just say he wasn't so stealthy and I was.
Ah, you were always better at that than me.
That's because you were always loud.
Hey, but I hit the hardest.
You might hit the hardest, but I hit the first.
Fair enough.
Anyways, keep your eyes out. For some reason, something's going on up that mountain. I've never seen the wind and the snow pick up that bad. Something's going on. It's
Are
covered
the,
the village. I've never seen the village have this much snow before.
Are the old ceremonial grounds, are those accessible?
Barely. You can get there, but they're covered in snow.
Hmm. Right, well, I was hoping I could get there. Maybe I still can.
Best of luck. I'm going to report off to Beetwolf.
Blades sharp.
Yeah. Eyes like daggers.
Aye.
And she just kind of like takes off at kind of a slow little jog through the snow ahead or behind you.
Just wave back to my friends. Be like, come on.
Relieved that was a friend and not a foe.
Oh, she and I go way back.
So it would seem. That's good. Nice to see a friendly face outside of Jupiter once in a while. We always run into baddies.
Aye, but she ran into an unfriendly face. And I'll show her the pendant.
And there's an individual laying on the ground in front of you. Looks to be like a human female. Haggard-looking head, half shaved.
Does that kind of look like one of the individuals that was at Mugthal that followed us on that bridgeway that we took and we managed to lose them? I think they had cloaks and they had pendants like that. I think Ray took his headphones off.
I don't.
Reyes getting girly. He's getting all
You
prettied
took
up.
your headphones off right as I was talking to you.
Sorry.
Here, hold on. I gotta do it on Ray, dude.
Fuck off.
I'm just
Ray
a muscle these days.
Ray, just to recap, I asked if that looked like one of the individuals we saw at Mugthal that followed us on that bridgeway that we took when we lost them. I think they were in cloaks and they had pendants like that.
Aye, but well, actually, yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I think
Does
we
it
saw
does
them.
it ring any of our bells?
I mean, I distinctly remember the cloaked individuals with those pendants in Mugthal when we were trying to get back into the wizard's home to see if we could get a hold of that stone, and they were like outside inspecting everything.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
You recognize something, Freya?
Yeah, so we had some run-ins with these cloaked individuals with this symbol. We think that they have a connection to the Undying One and something bad going on. So they seem to keep coming up no matter where we go.
So should we pursue this further, or should we wait, get the rest of the party?
Well, this one's dead, so that's a good. But don't really know where they come from.
Can't say I do either. Probably from the 6.
Probably. I don't think we have enough information really to know for sure, but they probably are tied in some way to the 6, or something going on with the Barons, or all of it together.
Are there any animals around?
Make a perception check. Or a nature.
I think my perception.
Or survival, sorry.
Survival? Okay.
It depends if you're looking for tracks or if you're just like doing a glance.
Just if there's any animals like in the vicinity.
Okay, so perception.
Yeah. That would be I think it's a 20 total. Yes.
You don't see any animals.
Worth a shot.
What are you looking for there, Henri?
Just wondered if we had any friends watching us. But I think they've all gone.
Do we have further to go, or do you think we should go back and report this? It sounds like your friend was going to be doing that too.
S is already doing that. The other reason I came here is a bit further on.
Well, if she's already reporting it, then we're already here.
Let's
Might
continue.
as well continue.
Hey. It's going to be, might be a bit tough getting there. Everything's real snowed over.
I'm up for the challenge.
I think you are. I know for sure you are. I don't, but Ping, I don't know. Are you gonna be good at this?
I'm gonna
Give him a
stop my
wry
feet.
smile.
I'm gonna stop my feet in the snow and be like, "Oh yeah."
All right then.
Let's go.
We'll see how accessible this place is.
Worst comes to worst, we just turn back.
Yeah. Looking for the old ceremonial dancing grounds.
Oh.
You proceed to make your way in the direction of those grounds. The snow begins to get thicker and deeper. Make a perception check to see if you can't figure out where it is in the snow.
Mm-hmm. I'll try a different die this time. Say 16.
16.
Assuming Honore is the only one that knows what's going on and where we're going. So
Yeah. It takes you the better part of about an hour and a half to figure out where it is on the outskirts of the village. You know where it is, but the problem is you're not seeing the normal totems
Mm-hmm.
that mark the grounds. It takes you about an hour
Are
and
they
a
just
half.
snowed over?
Pretty much the entire area is snowed over.
Damn.
It takes you about an hour and a half, and you do find one of them, and you have a general idea of where it might be. But the snow at this point is mid-thigh.
hey, Honore, you know where you're going, bud?
Yeah, but well, it's not usually this snowy. At least not around here.
Maybe if you let me know what you're looking for, we could help.
Well, I wanted it to be a bit of a surprise, but
Do you feel like we're getting close to it? Or do you feel like we're heading in the right direction?
we're heading in the right direction. But it's going to be hard. It's going to keep getting harder to spot.
Well, just let us know what you're trying to spot. Maybe you can still be surprised.
Well, I'm looking for these things, and I'll point to one of the totems that I did find. I kind of point away to where we're going.
I'm gonna uncover my eye.
Okay.
Extra perception.
You watch as the eye kind of comes out and just starts like darting in all directions, like looking around and focusing, and you see it like whirring. You hear like tiny whirring noises.
It might take me a while to get used to that.
Oh, this thing? Don't mind it. Kind of cool, isn't it?
It's definitely interesting. Never seen anything like it.
As he looks at you, but the eye is
Compelling.
like in the direction of everything else and like darting all around, and he's like staring at you and talking.
Look, I can look at you and I can look at other things same time.
I think
Definitely
I
a
would get too distracted.
neat trick. I agree.
Okay, so roll perception.
Well, that perception.
Ping.
I'm getting to it. There you go.
Ping, with the help of you showing him the first one, manages to locate the other three. And you do notice the other three that outline the circle, but the circle from where you find, like, as you dig out the top portions of each one of the posts that mark the grounds, pretty much the whole center, it's about little over knee deep in snow. It might take you a little while to clear it out. And it's still kind of snowing at the same time.
Oh shit. Wish I brought a shovel.
I might be able to help. Can I cast
Oh.
prestidigitation to clear the
Yeah.
snow?
It might take you a little bit, but yeah, you're able to slowly kind of clear things out.
Oh.
So she gets it cleared out, but imagine driveway right after you shovel and it's still snowing.
Hmm.
Like
But at
it
least
starts to
cleared out a
kind of
little
like,
bit.
yeah, it starts to kind of like dust up again.
Okay. Well, thanks for that assistance. That's good stuff.
Of course. So what is this place?
This is where we used to come to do our worship rituals. And I was planning on doing one.
I would like to do one with you if you'd show me.
What kind of worship?
I can, yeah, that might work. Maybe you'll help. Well, here's the thing. So, normally, well, in the really olden days, this ceremonial dance was done completely naked, completely nude. Now, most of us have kind of come to realize that, it's more of a matter of personal preference. As long as you're, not weighted down with anything, then and you can move freely, then you're all right. So it's up to you. It's up to you. What?
If you're telling me that I have to be naked to
I'm
do
not
it,
telling you you have to do that.
No.
I'm telling
you if to do it properly you have to be. I'm not gonna mess this up for you.
Well, I mean, if you're, I was going to do it that way. You don't have to.
I'm not gonna let you do it alone the right way. I want to do it the right way too.
All right.
Yes, don't fuck with tradition.
And Ping's like, yeah, and the eye like goes from like all over the place to all of a sudden, like,
Ping is like, I'm so glad I came on this trip.
You cover that thing up, mate.
It's a bit cold, but
Ping, roll for size.
that's not real.
Throbbing.
Do we
I'm
have
like
Ping?
Throbbing.
Do we have to roll for you? James will
Okay,
roll for you. You don't want to roll
So
for you.
so what are we doing here?
Roll a d12.
Who said I was getting naked anyway? Y'all already see me naked anyway.
Okay, so what are we doing here? You guys doing a little dance?
Yep,
Okay, so
I am.
Freya?
I mean,
Yeah,
Freya and Andre
Hold on.
begin to derobe.
before
Oh.
I'll start to derobe. Before I reveal skin, so I'll probably take my jacket off and everything. I'm gonna look at Andre and get very serious. So I'm going to do this, but it might be alarming. I don't think anybody has seen my skin outside of certain individuals. And just understand it might be hard to see, but I want to do this.
Well, I mean, we've all got plenty of marks on us, yeah?
Yeah.
Just different ones. And as Henri disrobes, you can see scars all over the place. Some of them pretty gnarly looking. She's been in some fights with some possibly very large things and come out alive.
Alright, after Henri does that, I'm going to also derobe.
What you notice, the moment she drops the coat, giant scars and pockmarks line her entire body. On her clavicle, on both sides, right where they meet, 2 giant cursive G's branded into the skin. On the back of the neck, burn marks that line the entire spine. There's prod marks from where you could tell somebody took a hot poker, heated the end, stuck it into the skin where it broke the skin, pulled it out, and healed, with giant pockmarks and dark scars that line the entire body. You can see around the lower portion of the neck where a metal choker sat, a chain of some sort, and almost to a certain degree was worn so often and so much like a dog that you leave the collars on. The skin partially grew over it. You can see where a almost outline of a collar lines the entire neck. You also see marks around halfway down the wrist where some kind of manacles used to sit for long periods of time, and where she might have rubbed or moved her hand enough that the skin almost permanently wore off. There's scar marks that run the entire shoulders, backs, necks. Pretty much anything below here and down is pock marks, burn marks, scars, wounds that did not heal properly or were not healed properly to purposely cause prolonged suffering, and like almost branding engravements on the front portions of the clavicle. You have scars, Henri.
Yeah.
Yours are warrior scars, much like Morn's. You take pride in your scars. You
Hunter
earned
scars.
You earned your scars.
Yeah.
You look at Freya's, and immediate dread and sorrow washes over you, because you realize those marks were not received in battle. They were given as a form
Forcibly.
of torture. And the more you look at her, and you don't realize that you're doing it for an extended period of time, but the longer that you look at these scars, and I mean they're everywhere. They line the inner thighs, the back portions of the knees, over the knees. You can tell like the tender zones, the lady bits. You can tell portions of them were also tortured. You can tell that these were done over many years. And you can tell even some of the scars were scarred, healed, and re-scarred over the same spots. And you can also tell with the layers of the G's, they were rebranded several times to make sure they stayed.
Does Ping see all this too?
You would be standing behind her, so you notice
still
all
see
of
everything,
this.
yeah. You see all
Well,
that scarring
you
still.
would notice all the scarring from the back.
I'd probably be a little appalled too.
I mean, they're gnarly.
After a long moment, I'll go up to Freya, put a hand on the side of her face, and just say, "Your even song can't be long enough, it seems." And I'll step back and assume a position to start the ritual.
Face down, ass up.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. So you begin to
And I'll
get into
sort of instruct the others to do the same.
I'll
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 arms
follow
like
along.
this.
I'll follow along immediately. Yeah.
Okay.
Do whatever she says.
and you begin the ritual. What are you doing? Are you actually doing something, or is this?
I'm doing something that I mean, I've done it before, but I don't remember everything. So some of it I'm making up as I go along.
Okay.
But I'll also begin singing in Elvish.
Okay. So you're
Oh.
not casting like a commune or anything like that. You're just
No.
Okay. So you guys begin to kind of rhythmically dance. You begin to almost not like chant, but kind of like that like the intoned voice melody chanting, and you guys begin to follow along to Henri. Each one of you make a performance check. You're having a hard time following Henri's movements.
Practice makes perfect.
Ping, you're kind of getting into it. You're watching the movements, and
Oh yeah, he's watching the movements.
18.
Is everyone watching the movement?
Henri is just really into it, and Ping is just like, yeah, movements.
It's a 19, but I have a -1.
Nice. So you begin to do all of the movements. You ritually make each one of the movements. You guys go from side to side. You begin to get in sync. Even Freya, who seems to kind of be catching up a little bit. This goes over the course of about 20 minutes, and the bodies begin to go cold as you are dancing, and the temperature is getting colder as the day begins to come to an end, and the temperature continues to drop, and you are standing butt-ass naked in basically a blizzard.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we did it. Not in this bad of conditions, though.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. Even for this time of year, it's usually not as bad. And towards the end of your dance, something inside of you calms, Henri, as you feel almost a light-handed touch your shoulder, as I see you. And it kind of just like gives you a wave of just calm, like instant calm. And while this is all happening, and you guys are butt-ass naked dancing in the cold, what is the rest of the group doing? Kaz and Morn, you would have made your way back to the house by now. You would have noticed everybody is gone.
I don't think that would be too alarming. I think I would just... I'll wait to see what Kaz does.
If everyone's gone, I'll probably go to the library and see if I can find any books on history of changelings or anything about them.
Okay. So...
And I'll just kind of browse those while I wait for everyone to get back.
You go to the library, Gimmels, and you are looking for Borf. Let me just fart.
Didn't we have a library at the house?
Oh, okay, so you're not leaving to go to the
No.
larger library. You're seeing
No,
if you have anything within the house.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And if not, I'll just kind of hang out and wait.
Roll a perception check. Meh. You find a small book on races of Rothos. There's like 3 pages worth of information on changelings. Nothing like crazy. Pretty much everything that you already know.
Okay.
You kind of read it, and there's portions of it that you know, and then there's portions of it that are like completely unbiased. Like the last page goes through like the birthing cycle of like changelings and how they lay eggs to move on to the new cultures, and they leave their eggs in nests, and you're like sitting there and you're reading it and you're like, the fuck is this garbage? What is this? And you're like, I don't lay eggs. What is this? Yeah. So you get like kind of irritated, and you even think about like ripping the page out of the book because it's just like you're like reading it and it's completely unfounded.
I will also see if I can find anything on different types of dragons. I'm specifically looking for something around a gold dragon.
I'll roll a perception check. You find 2 books. One is fairy tales and lore. As you open it up, it seems to be a children's book about dragons. Another one is a basics on the different dragon types. Basically, the chromatic and metallic dragons, the different characteristics and personalities, and kind of like what they prefer to live in. And that's about all you're able to find. Kind of your basics of your basics.
Yeah. Okay. That's really all I wanted to do. So I'll just, however long that takes me, I'll just kind of hang out in the living space until the rest get back.
Okay. About 20 minutes into that, Woolsworth walks in. Excuse me, Master. Mrs. Kaz, is the 2 guests staying here permanently? Should we have accommodations made within the building to have more rooms made downstairs and upstairs?
Yeah, I think we should.
Sounds good. I will have the carpenters and the magicians come and ready the rooms for their specifications per each individual. I will get the prices made and the bill sent to you.
That'd be perfect. Yep.
Sounds good. Thank you. I'll have that done. And he kind of like walks off in the opposite direction. Okay. Henri, what are you guys doing? As you guys have finished the dancing and you have finished. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, I just was gonna finish that up. Unless you and Alyssa have something that you wanting to do in that time.
It can be quick. As soon as I saw Kaz going to the library, I knew that I was gonna do something else. I was gonna go spend the day with Selena. was
Oh,
gonna see
yeah.
if she was home.
Yeah, she's at home and she's like more than happy to go out and about with you as she has not seen you in weeks.
Yeah.
She immediately drags you to a toy store in town and also the magic shop in town. That is the Pampered Regal, an offshoot. It seems to be you actually walk through the front doors with her, and immediately Bobo picks her up into a big hug. Yes, you brought him, have you not? You know, Selena, I liked you the most. Come in the back, I have new toys. Hello, Mon.
As hard as I can to stop myself from puking on the ground and try to make Selena happy.
Stop that. I will behave this time. I promise myself, Mon. So, come. And he takes you to the back, and you see, you actually see the two other individuals that you guys had helped before, Grimmy P. Dripstone and Augustus Blanche. They seem to have a magic shop / toy shop / magical means. And you see walls lined with armor, weapons, and another room, an offshoot room that seems to be a lot of the kids come in and directly go in there. There's a lot of magical toys. It's like forever spinning tops. There's some like poppers. You see a stick. You shake it, and it actually like flashes like a ton of lights, like a kaleidoscope. You see one that it's like a tiny unicorn, and when you wind up the tail, the unicorn sprouts wings and begins to fly around the room above your head. And she like pulls you to each one of the toys and is pointing at him, and she's like, I want that one right there. And she
that looks cool.
Yeah, and she like tries to talk you into buying them, and after a while you're like, and Bobo just walks over and gives her the unicorn, and she's like, yeah, this one's on me. Come back soon. And like shoos you out of the shop as like a ton of people start to come in. It's gonna get busy. And then
So you know Bobo.
Oh, yes. Bobo's so much fun. He's shown me all of these new toys, and he actually is my teacher at the tower between him and Elena.
Bobo's teaching you magic?
Yes.
Oh.
And she like flicks her hand, and a column of fire sprouts out of her hand, and she like holds it like the flame in front of your face.
Ooh, that's I'm trying to hide the fact that I just don't like Bobo at all. I'll try and be supportive and just be like, oh, I like that. I'm glad that Bobo is teaching you useful skills. So.
He's incredibly strong.
Yeah, Bobo's great. I'll roll deception.
Yeah.
13.
Okay, 6. Yeah, he is really good. And she's like not even paying attention to you as she's like spun the unicorn. And it's like flying around her head, and she's like trying to catch it. But you spend the rest of the day with her. You hit up a couple of shops that are selling, like candy, like not candy, but like, not popcorn. What am I thinking of?
Chocolate.
No, the like the fluffy candy. Dang it!
Cotton candy.
Thank you.
When we go to the candy shop, I'm gonna pull out a gold piece and toss it at the person who's behind the counter.
Take you to the candy shop. I'm gonna let you lick the lollipop.
So I'll pay a gold for her candy.
Yeah, he just looks stunned that you threw like a gold piece at him. And he begins to like clean out the back shelf of like candies and like gives you like 2 bags worth of it. Like cotton candy, there's chocolates, there's some like Hogwarts style shit. There's like a frog that you've like touched the back of it, and like a chocolate frog begins like hopping, and she picks it up and like bites the head off the frog and like smiles at you, and she's got like a chocolate ring around her mouth. And then she like grabs this one thing and she kind of like mashes the hands together, and it's like a butterfly, and it flies towards your face, Born.
So after about 4 hours of shopping, I'm gonna ask, do you have any interest in going fishing? I've learned how to fish.
Fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can fish?
Yeah, I learned how. I learned how to cook it too. You catch the fish and then you cook it, and you can make like stew or.
Morn learned how to cook fish.
My,
Beware.
friend, my friends really like it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. I might need. I'll need to find you another. I'll need to find you a pole though too. I only have one pole.
Okay.
So when we get to the docks, I'll look for a pole for you.
Okay. You guys go down to the docks easily enough. There's other fishermen. You just walk up to one of them and you like hand them you pull out a little money and you're like, "Can I have it?" And they just like, "Yeah," and like hand over the fishing pole to you. And you guys,
I have a lot of bait, so I'll go fishing with her.
yeah, you guys begin to fish. And you spend a while, and you pull in like 2 or 3 like big monster fish. She catches 1 or 2, and you kind of like stand behind her and watch as she like pulls the pole back and forth, and you kind of like grab the top of the pole and help her like steady it and pull the fish in.
I'm a pretty good cook, but actually, Wolf, they can back at our house. They can cook up really good stuff with the fish too. So I think we should bring it back, and they can cook it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll help you carry. And she like kind of like grabs one of them and like she's like dragging it along the ground next to you.
Sure, yeah. Well, we'll bring it back to the house.
Okay. It takes you a little bit, but you manage to get it back to the house, and like one of the fishes is like obliterated because she just like dragged it the whole way. Like half the scales are missing and like part of the skin's off, and there's like dirt up in this like the fish meat. Alyssa, are you doing anything during this time?
Yes. Right after I got those.
Going for
Potions
their
identified.
5-finger discount.
Right after I got those potions identified, I would have actually liked to go into the magic items shop, see if I could purchase something.
Yeah, you actually watch Morn leave, and you kind of follow him through the streets for a little while, and you notice them come across that magic shop. And it looks like it's pretty brand new and has just opened. Not just opened, but you have a feeling that it's still fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
The walls, you walk in, and the walls are just lined with stuff. And you can see 2 individuals in the back that seem to be like tinkering away and arguing with each other. And then you notice this half-orc individual, very, very nicely dressed, elegant hair, slicked back, piercings in the ears, and in one of the tusks. He kind of has like a ring through the piercing of it. And then he has like an eyebrow piercing. And he just looks very cleaned up, very clean, very nice robes. And he's talking to literally everybody in the shop. And you watch as he finishes talking with one person, and then like appears on the other side of the building and begins asking questions of another group of people. And then a second later, he bamfs over to the other side and he talks to another group. And you watch as somebody, yeah, you would see this. You watch as probably like 30 feet in front of you, in one of the shelves, you watch as somebody tries to shove something into their coat pocket, and all of a sudden Bobo stands behind them. I would suggest putting that back, or I'll make your fingers explode. And you watch as he takes it back out, puts it on the shelf, and walks out of the store right by you. And then turns around and begins talking, like just like changes completely, like bipolar, changes his perspective, and his like demeanor, and begins talking to people like lively again.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to look at in here?
Yeah, I'm just looking at right now what I would like. I'll probably be a few minutes. So you could probably go back to someone else.
Sounds good. Andre, Freya, and Ping, as you begin to robe up and put your clothes back on, as your nipples are the size of diamonds, cutting ever so sharply, and Ping's wiener is ever so tiny. You guys have clothed up, the ritual complete.
How'd you know it was tiny?
Did you not do the dance? Or
Because it's freezing cold.
I mean, it's like 0
Yeah.
degrees. It's
It-
actually
yeah.
-5. I mean, you're almost an
Oh.
innie at this point.
damn.
Oh my
I'm just
god,
kidding.
Mitch.
I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
everyone. I mean, I've gotten
That's
naked so many
brutal.
times in this game, so everyone would know anyway.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Andre's ever seen Ping naked before now.
God help you. God
I
help
didn't get naked. I didn't get naked. It's too cold for that shit.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, well, I mean, like she said, you didn't have to.
What a scum, man. He let the ladies get naked and he's in the corner with his underwear on like, yeah. Uh-huh.
I was dancing though.
I
Who's
bet
that?
you were. I bet you
You
were.
see just as much of this clothes on as off.
But
I mean, Andre's pretty used to that.
you are very calm. You feel kind of like a sense of relief wash over you. And Freya, for the first time in a long time, for some reason, you feel almost like a giant weight has been lifted off of your shoulders for
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason.
For sure.
You're not sure why, but it just feels good.
No, I think she knows why a little bit.
Yeah.
She's been holding on to a big secret and she's been letting people in.
How do you feel now?
Feel great.
Now that we've
Really
gotten
happy.
Me
naked
too.
and frolicked.
I think our Dark Lady of the Sky, I think she saw us.
Creepy. What a voyeur.
How do we know we did something? Did it right?
Kind of feel it. If she was watching, I think she's very happy, very pleased with us.
Hey,
I tell you what, though, dancing in the freezing cold, completely naked, is very exhilarating.
I'll say that again. Probably won't do it again, not when it is this cold. This is not normal for this area or this time of year. I think it has something to do with the storm further up the mountain.
This wasn't on the bucket list.
Well, I'm glad
What?
that we got to do this. And that you shared it with us.
Aye, I am too. And, well, I guess glad you were able to get some of it off your chest.
How
Yeah, it feels good
How
to
you
let go a
feeling?
little bit.
how you feeling now, Freya? Sobered up any?
Oh yeah, I sobered up like halfway through the walk over here.
Yeah, once your blood gets moving,
It's too cold to be
sober
drunk.
up real quick. Exactly. Exactly. Provides a little extra buffer layer until you've got your blood pumping and you're going. So,
As you sit and you
Which-
talk and you kind of reminisce a little bit, all of a sudden, I don't know, you get like a shiver down your spines. And something tells you to turn around and look up. Make perception checks.
Perceptions.
Oh no.
Andre is so distracted with Pink's tiny wiener that
Nah,
she
she's so
just-
distracted by the feeling of
Bliss.
relaxation. She took some shrooms before the dance.
I don't
Yeah,
even
so
have
she's
Right, that was
she's like-
usually part of the ritual.
yeah.
tripled up. Gone.
But Ping and Andre are still having the conversation, and they don't quite catch it. But Freya, something about I don't know, something is off. And actually,
This seems on par for our group dynamic.
actually, Andre, you would roll with advantage.
Oh,
I believe you would roll with
favorite
advantage.
enemy.
that's a lot better. That's a 19.
Yeah. So you're talking, and it's kind of distracting, but I don't know, something gives you the chills, and especially about the weather. And you just kind of glance up, and it just catches out of the corner of your eye, and you notice a large white creature, like a mile up and over the Evercrest Mountains, flying. Just,
Good
I mean,
thing.
massive white dragon.
Ah, fuck.
Seemed like he's
this
coming this
asshole
way.
won't die.
That dragon looks.
Or is he
like
just kind of
bigger.
flying around?
Ping, you'll remember this dragon.
Look like he's flying around.
This dragon will look familiar.
And after like a second or two, like a distant roar you hear. Yeah!
Shit.
And you watch like a breath like off into the distance, and you watch as it continues flying off down towards the, like, away from you guys, but across the Evercrest Mountains.
Maybe it found a rock. Was hunting it. Either way, I don't really want to see that thing anymore. So let's get back to town.
Yeah, Ping. In case you didn't see it, there's a dragon flying up there. Doesn't appear to have seen us, but we probably should get going in case it does smell us or notice us, because it's probably smelled us multiple times at this point. We probably don't want to stick around because it's going to probably smell us, and it's smelled us before, and then it definitely is going to be like, oh, these guys are my prey, and they've gotten away a couple times, and it's really nerve-wracking, and I don't want to be here anymore, so let's go.
Another point.
You don't have to tell me twice.
As you guys begin to make your way back out, and back out of the village to leave, you look to your left, where that body was, the body of that person that had died, and it was like 600 or 700 feet from you guys. And it was kind of like around a corner. So like to get to the dancing ground, you guys kind of continue up like a grove, a path, and you kind of turn a corner, and then that's like where the dancing grounds were. So you're kind of coming back down, and then you were making your way back through the village. Well, where you guys saw Issa was in almost like kind of in the outer, or like in the center of the village and off to the right, closer to the Evercrest Mountains. The body's gone. And where the body is gone, you see large footprints and drag marks.
The fuck?
And as you pay attention, the drag marks go back towards the Evercrest Mountains and into the mountain. And as you pay attention even closer, you notice scorch marks on the ground, almost acidic. You've seen this once before when you were a kid, Henri. This screams Black Dragon. It seems like he's returned to his old hunting grounds.
Did we all notice the body missing?
Yeah, you would have noticed the whole body missing.
Like,
Well, that feeling of calm that was there, totally gone.
I thought this was just like a little casual trip up the mountain here.
I mean, you're
Wait.
literally right up against the Evercrest Mountains.
This music is not appropriate for what's happening.
Was way ahead of you there. I already was skipping it. Henri, so
Like you said,
the
that sense of calm has gone
Completely.
opposite.
Yeah.
So
Like you are immediate, like shoving both of them into the snow, and you are like down and move.
So the dragon that we just saw couldn't have been the same thing that did this. We would have noticed that.
But that means there's two dragons.
Well, what did that to the body? What drug it away? Was that what could that have been?
Only one thing could have done this.
And you know, I mean, you guys can all see it, but as the drag marks back towards the mountain, you can see like every like couple of inches, every foot and a half, it seems like the snow has been burned away and the ground itself has actually been pockmarked.
2 dragons? There are 2 dragons here?
Aye, and this isn't just any dragon. He's been after my people for a long time. For what reason? That's been lost to history.
We should probably
Yeah, we should
back to
get out
town.
of here.
We're a couple of hours away though.
About an hour and a half.
Okay.
I don't think we're very equipped and in a very good spot to fight.
No. We should probably
No.
try and get back before it knows that we're here. Unless it already knows.
Not this one. Can I tell how fresh the tracks were? We were out there for a while, weren't we?
Ooh. I'm gonna do the primeval awareness.
Oh yeah, I can do that too. Mountains are my favorite terrain. I can see up to 6 miles.
Fortunately, they're not for me.
I'll
So
do
I'll
it
just
then.
leave it to Henri then.
Within up to 6 miles of in favored terrain.
Oh yeah. You close your eyes in this moment of dread. You close your eyes and you focus. And you get a bead. 1 bead. Far up and about 2-ish miles away in the sky and getting further away. 1. And then you get another blip. About a quarter of a mile. Straight ahead of you.
Like on the path.
Like right where the drag marks were, straight ahead, quarter of a mile. And then right at the edge of that 6 miles, directly below you through the earth, blip, 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 blip. Thousands of blips. Undead.
Oh. Wow.
Like, it's almost like the entire earth below you at the edge of your 6 mile vision lights up like a Christmas tree. And the target in front of you, the quarter mile, half mile, quarter mile closer to you, half mile back, and then kind of like zigzagging almost.
Is it? Right.
It seems like it's moving western, like westernish across the mountains. Either in the mountain, on the mountain, through the mountain, under the mountain, you're not sure.
I'm gonna try to go like the opposite way, but still back toward Jupiter.
Yeah. So you immediately guide them and continue back towards Jupiter and away from it.
Yeah.
As both of the blips get farther and farther away from you. And all of a sudden the one blip begins to come below you. No, I'm just kidding. But you guys make your way back towards Jupiter over the course of it. And I would say you guys are moving at a faster pace. So instead of that hour and a half, it takes you about an hour 45 minutes because you're kind of at a jog at this point. Like, okay, time to go.
Yeah.
And the storm does begin to pick up a little bit more. The storm, like the snowstorm. So, but you make your way back to the city. It warms up a little bit. You guys make your way back to the house where the rest of the group seems to be kind of sitting around. You walk in. Kaz is right to the study to your left. It's probably about 5:45 at this point. 6 o'clock at night.
I would imagine we'd have panicked looks on our faces.
Yeah, not only that, you guys are covered in snow. Like you guys are like icicle frost. Like you guys look like you guys just came in from a freaking tundra expedition.
Which we kind of did.
So let Kaz know that we found her friend.
We should probably tell people that there are 2 dragons very nearby.
Aye, not too far away. There's both of them are here.
Should we tell Beowulf? Or at least Elena?
I'll go. I'll see if I can get an audience.
Okay.
You can come if you like, or you can stay here. I can go alone easily.
I'll come with you.
Right
You
then.
guys begin to make your way off to get an audience with either Elena and or Beowulf. Morn, Alyssa, and Kaz. What are you guys doing?
Once I got back from, I guess I'd just be kind of sitting around the house.
Okay. Kaz, you still reading?
Yeah, I think I'm just waiting.
Alyssa,
Okay.
you're still at the magic shop?
Yeah, I'm almost done looking through this list.
Okay. You guys make your way to the entrance. Are you guys going to Elena or are you guys going to Beowulf? Because there's a difference. A big difference.
I'll go to Elena.
You guys are able to get the audience with Elena. Obviously, much easier than you would Beowulf.
Yeah.
She looks haggard, but she's awake. She seems to be sitting and like she just is munching. She looks like she's eating a meal and having some tea. Can I help you?
Sorry to, disturb you after you were up for several days straight.
Yes.
But something of quite grave concern has come to my attention after a
Are
bit.
you speaking of the dragons? We've known for, unfortunately. Yes. The black one has seemed to resurface to feed. I don't know why. As for the white, I don't know what has upset him so. But he is awake. And he is the reason that there seems to be a Everwinter over the Evercrest Mountain. As he has claimed dominion over them, he is resting at the highest point of the Evercrest Mountains, the Eagle's Talon. We sent scouts to see where he was, to see if we couldn't ferret him out. But, he seems to enjoy his perch.
Gives him quite the view, I expect.
Yes, but that's uncommon for white dragons, as he should have a hoard of cash somewhere. And he doesn't seem to have any of it. And he's very upset about that.
Well, I'll turn to Freya and Ping and say, so you two
run into this before. The white one. Before we ran into it in the mountains when we went after Morn when he ran away.
Oh yes, I forgot you were not with us. We ran into the white dragon when we... Oh my goodness, I can't even remember. It was one of the underground excursions we went on.
It was before we
Yeah.
ended up here for the first time.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. He was like deep in a mountain, and we stumbled across him. He got pissed and broke the earth apart, and apparently he decided to come this way.
To do with some treasure or something.
And then yeah, we did see him again when we went looking for Morn, and that's when Kaelin was gonna confront him.
Ali would have died a lot sooner had he been able to do so. I dare say.
I do believe the one bit of information, she takes like a little sip of her tea. The one piece of information we were able to get, he doesn't seem to be guarding a horde, but he does seem to be guarding some sort of weapon for some odd reason and just continuously roaring and throwing a fit on top of that mountain. He's been there for about 4 days now. But he's also the reason that the Raxus cannot make their way across the Evercrest Mountains, as the blizzard seems to be holding them at bay. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. He's taken out some of our troops. We've messed with him and pissed him off. He's taken out some of the Raxus, and the Raxus have thrown some weapons at him. But
perhaps it's better for now that we don't do anything about him.
But what about the other one?
that one we have no information on. He comes and goes as he pleases and takes silently. He takes silently and disappears back into the Evercrest Mountain. He's been a hard one to track.
Aye. The Lunari tried. He tried to track him forever. Weren't able to.
Unfortunately, you guys being up against the Evercrest Mountains, he was just able to come and go as he pleased with you guys' village. But, unfortunately, I would wish to talk with you more about this, but at this time, I need to go and rest some more. Your husband did send me a message, and he has rested a little bit and woke up and ate a little bit. But he has gone back to bed as well. The research and information that we did took its toll on us, and I feel like it'll be a little while before we are at our full strength. So, if you'll excuse me, I do apologize. I'm going to go lay back down.
Well, thank you for
Right.
seeing us on short notice.
Not a problem.
Sorry to disturb you again.
It's fine. And she stands up, and you actually, you do notice that she still looks incredibly haggard. And just really tired. Kind of shaky when she stands up as she walks, and she kind of gets guided by her maid. And she sits down in the bed, and she goes into another room, and then shuts the door behind her. As you guys are led out of the tower, and back out into the streets of Jupiter. Alyssa.
Yes. Okay. So, if they have any of these in stock, then let me know their prices, and I'll tell you what I'll buy.
Interesting.
What?
Okay, so the last two, they do not have.
Okay.
The hat and glamour weave, they do have. I think. Yeah. So the hat of disguise is 2,000. Or you can have it made for 1,100, but it will take like a week and a half to make.
Okay.
They only have one in stock right now.
Yeah.
The glamour weave. Okay, so the glamour weave is about 110 for the glamour or for the item. But then to actually have it imbued to say a piece of clothing costs another 250 to have it imbued to your item.
Okay.
And you'll be without that item, and it'll take a week to imbue that item with it.
Mm-hmm. So they can imbue it into an item of mine. Do they have any currently in stock already, like, made?
Yes.
How much would those be?
There is a set of gloves that they have. It'll be 800 gold for the gloves.
Okay. All right, yeah. Then I will hold off on that for now, but I will shell out 2,000 for the immediate hat of disguise.
Oh. So, please follow me to the table, and we will pay for this. Very nice choice. Here at the Pampered Regal, we know how to treat our customers. But I am Augustus Blue, so if you have any more needs, please do come back, and we will give them to you. It's a discount once you buy more items from us.
I'll be sure to keep you in mind.
Yes, and your name would be?
Alyssa.
Alyssa. A very pretty name for a very pretty young lady. So, I appreciate it. And he takes the 2,000 gold from you and hands you the hat of disguise. It's kind of like a Robin Hood looking type hat.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll head back then.
Sounds good. Anybody else?
We'll just at a certain point after we, kind of walk him back to the house, I guess, and just say, meet here tomorrow morning to discuss plans.
Sounds good.
Right.
Seems that we have a lot of stuff to deal with ahead of us here.
Yeah.
Seems like there's no end in sight either, but one thing at a time. First order of duty would be Mikhail, because we've got to get your daughter back. Priority number 1.
I don't like leaving my home to be ransacked at the pleasure of that beast. So
Places hold
I guess-
memories, but those memories are always there, and those places can be rebuilt. We really need to get your daughter back.
you're right. I need to focus on getting her back.
We'll hunt him down once we have her.
Maybe she can help us.
Maybe?
No, she's gonna be staying home. That's for damn sure. She is totally grounded after we get back. Oh. Definitely gonna have some choice words for that child.
I'm sure she'll be happy to be grounded.
She better be.
We'll get some rest, and we'll meet in
Hey.
the morning. I'm gonna give Henri a really big hug before she walks away.
For what?
A really big hug.
Oh.
Like a super tight embrace. We'll see you in the morning.
I'll do the hands aside of the face thing again, and in Elven, I'll say, "Be strong, sister." Now walk away.
I have a big smile on my face, and I'll go inside.
And just like that, Freya's bisexual.
Said she wasn't already.
Jesus.
I'm just kidding.
Kill it with fire. As you guys make your way into the house. Henri, you make your way back to your house. You guys begin to settle in for the evening. You get home to find Lachlan. He's taken bites of the food that you left him, but is still like, you could tell he got up to do a couple things, but crawled right back into bed. Like the fire, like you could tell he threw like one more fire on log on the fire, but it was like haphazardly. Like it was just enough to keep it going, but the fire's pretty much died out, and he's just like PTFO. The rest of the group, are you doing anything else before going to bed?
No, I would have gone back to bed way before they got back. I mean, not necessarily to sleep, but in my room at least.
Yeah, if it's getting late, I'll do the same.
It's about 8. It's like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Ping will head straight to his room.
Nothing here.
shut himself in.
Just lay down. The day begins to take you. A lot is going on through your heads. There's movement from the Raxus. There's something happening in McKill. There's movement at each one of these barons places. Something is happening in Skarnsvold. There's
So much afoot.
There's movement from Steinthorn to the Witch's Hex. And you're not sure why. As you rest your eyes and you let the night take you, you all begin to fall asleep. Comfortable in your beds. "3 a.m. takes you. As you each wake up, and a knife is stuck into your sides. Every single one of you. And that's where we'll end our episode.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Wait, there's a what?
Hell
Knife?
yeah.
Like, wait, time out. You said knife like in our
Yep.
skin, or just like being held to?
Like in.
The owner of the
What?
cauldron found out I stole his fucking potions, fucking bitch.
Wait, like pressed into the skin already? Like, as in we're bleeding? Being woken up
Yeah.
by bleeding with a knife in your
Like-
sides?
You are
Hey,
being woken up with a
Wait.
knife in your body.
This is a
Ow.
joke.
The
This is a joke.
fuck?
Fucking
We'll find out if it's a
potion
joke
vendor.
next
Hold
time.
on.
I suppose
Yeah.
we'll have to wait
No
until
one had a
next
chance
Wednesday.
to see what's happening.
Hold the fucking
Right.
phone.
Shit.
You can't end an episode on
Kids, you
that.
can't do that.
Yes, I can.
What the fuck?
I have been thinking about this for 2 weeks, how to escalate some shit, baby. Let's fucking go.
Oh no.
I'll see you guys in a week. Stream. We will see you guys in a week.
Yes.
We will see.
We stream
With-
every Wednesday around
happening.
8 o'clock Central.
We will try
kind
and
of.
be
Closer to
We're
8:30.
trying to be on
We're
time.
roughly about an 8:30ish, 9, depending on what happens with work. I got lucky. I didn't get called out. Next week will be better. But yeah, we're
8:30 is
usually
usually
about
a safe-
8:30 is, and I honestly do believe this is the most we've had in stream. So thank you guys very much for coming to stream.
Yeah,
We're
thanks for
just-
coming, everybody.
We don't even care how many people are in stream. We're just here to have fun. So cool.
Yeah, thank you all for hanging out and watching. And
Yeah,
join
hope you
us
guys
again next
enjoyed.
Wednesday around 8:30 Central to see why the hell we have knives stuck in our sides.
Apparently.
Oh, to add to that, you guys all wake up with the knives stuck into you with dark, cloaked, hooded figures standing over your beds.
Oh no!
It's honestly better than maple syrup.
All right. Well, Honor's gonna be fighting in her skivvies. Let's go.
Yeah,
Oh,
because none of
boy.
you guys are wearing armor.
I'll fight a visible armed assassin any day over an invisible maple syrup assassin.
Who
All
said
right,
I was
guys.
going to sleep?
We will see you next week. Ciao.
Deuces.
Good night.
That